I ended late.
Hello.
Hello.
And good evening.
Hello.
There you are. Hello.
Is it me you're looking
Exactly. Thank you for joining us tonight on TCA, the Candlekeep Accords, a subset game of LDR, Loot Die Repeat, where we are in Baldur's Gate, and I believe you're working on my focus. Do you need me to sit here pensively?
Jake, we are focused on you
Yeah,
intently.
give me a screen grab for the... Look worried.
Hold a
That's
rock.
a very worried look.
Grab a rock.
Grab a rock.
So, I'm going to do the introduction with a rock in my hand.
This is Fred.
Yeah. Fred the Rock.
Saucy little
So again,
orphan.
thank you for joining us tonight on our first and third Thursdays of every month, where we play our ancillary game that has had some crossover to LDR and will most likely continue to as both stories develop. Yeah, it's good enough. No one needs to see my pores, you know. And the party just got back to Baldur's Gate after they had their frolic through the Feywild. Give me another F word that means
Fancifully.
their fanciful.
Frou.
Fancy feast.
Okay.
Ranger
We're
Har
missing this.
Ranger Harley, love that fucking guy.
Yes.
That's
Love
the
that
F we're
effing
looking.
guy frolic through the Feywild, where we learned that there's some trouble afoot going on in Baldur's Gate. It's bleeding over into the Feywild, or more likely, the Feywild is bleeding over into Faerun.
Soon we will be bleeding over.
Amen. Our party stopped the summoning ritual into Zeke after a third of it had been done. They were trying to, the bad guys, were trying to summon Lord Avarice, who the party doesn't know who that is yet, into what would be a purple goblin. They stopped that, they killed some of the bad guys, and they made their way out through an Iron Throne portal. They jumped through and they found themselves in the fantastical. We're going to do a lot with F's tonight. I can just feel it. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
The phenomenal. See what I did
That's
there?
PH.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
that's.
pterodactyl.
Fact.
The phallic city of doors. Sigil. They made their way in and they were not supposed to be there. A little gnome came along and said, "Get the heck out. Where are you going?" Found them the first door back to Baldur's Gate and pushed everyone through.
Pushed through
Am I
to
good?
your
One more.
left.
I can't move over anymore.
Okay, never mind. You're good.
So, I mean,
Just mine with your
we're
hand.
good. So,
Other way.
yeah, I tell you what, we got things down on Thursday nights. As you can tell, we're out of focus. I'm off center. We're just cursing up a storm because half the group is drunk already. And I tell you what, that's why we do it on Thursday nights, towards the end of the week. Thirsty Thursdays. Anyway, they made their way through a door into Baldur's Gate, and it wound up putting them in Eugene, the merchant's, also known as Stumpy, in his room of requirement, which is located underneath his shop. And in there was kind of like Santa's workshop, except they were working on magical items that Stumpy could sell, and instead of elves, we had goblins. And there was a bunch of different rooms in this room of requirement, one of which was a retirement party room. The group learned that every 10 days or so, goblins come back, have a retirement, they turn to sludge, and they are dumped into the river underneath. They found that Eugene has his best friend in stasis, Toggy, which is a goblin. And Eugene has been trying to figure out how he can help his sick friend. Very Mr. Freeze-esque if you're a DC fan. And Toggy would be Mr. Freeze's wife in this scenario. So he's been trying to figure out how he might be able to either save his friend Toggy or clone him so that the original Toggy could die peacefully, but he would always have his friend. The party said they would begin to help, and they learned of some issues that have been continuing to occur in Baldur's Gate. One, they learned from Stumpy that Johann went on a short trip, a 3-hour tour, that turned into something it shouldn't be. And Timmy, his right-hand man who did not go with him, is very afraid. They learned that the masks are still moving and shaking. The mage plague is still a problem. And they learned that Nine Fingers, who is basically the head Don in charge of the underworld, is dead. And no one knows how it happened. And there is a fight for power. And the Zent, newcomers into Baldur's Gate, are aggressively expanding. So much so that they're becoming a problem above and below. The party knows
How's it
that
gonna
the
put
Zent
us down?
may have some connection with the Gypsy King, who's been making life hell for the magical dwellers of Haven. The party, the Syd Several, also lost their friend Cacophony. She went through the Iron Throne portal and sigil, but never showed up. Rika sent a message,
Sending.
Yeah,
used
sending.
sending to talk with her, and if you watched on Tuesday night, Cacophony responded. Direct correlation. That's why you need to watch both. All the time.
Pause right now
Over and over and over.
and go watch Tuesday.
We'll wait here.
Yeah, well,
The party made its way home to their familiar home. I guess that's what we call it, on 123 Dock Street. They reunited the house goblins. The goblins showed some of the things that they were working on, namely making a wrestling ring in their backyard, because they remembered how much joy it brought everyone when they could beat the living crap out of each other for sport.
it's true.
Aiel fell asleep and did not take any hints about who the man was in his room. And the party decided, hey, we're going to get some information on this brownstone, the Gypsy King, and how the Zent are expanding so quickly. They
Whoa,
decided
nope.
to... Way too
He'll
much.
come back. No, that's the camera.
Okay.
It's not the zoom, it's the resolution. But
Okay.
it does that. It does an auto zoom.
I
They-
really wanted to see. if
You're good
that
now.
was anything.
Yeah, in my beard. Then they decided that they were going to wait till evening to start looking into something. And that's where we pick up tonight. Aiel has rested for 20 hours. He's awake.
We're all just sitting there like,
Yep, twiddling thumbs. Darian went out and messed around,
Cavorted.
cavorted,
oh, that's a good word.
Luckily,
found a strumpeter.
there is
too,
a synonym we could use with F.
And had a
for what you-
conversation with
and had a
Rika.
conversation with Rika, and that's largely
Yes.
where we're picking up tonight.
Yep.
We've got some investigating to do on our first really night and a half back.
Yeah, I guess is there a time delay in sending?
In sending? That's a good question.
So there's not. So whereas Rika sent his sending spell the next morning after the events occurred, Cacophony didn't receive it in that same hour time frame. She received it. There was to her, though it was instantaneous. To both of them, there was more time that elapsed between her teleportation and her receiving the message
Got it.
than from when Rika went through the portal and sent the message.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
I mean,
Yeah.
that sending's going across two different planes of existence. So
yes,
who knows how many actually?
That's
If we
that's
sent
true.
it with, if we sent it with mincemeat, it would have gotten there immediately.
It
Just saying.
would have maybe
and
gotten
as
there.
Ranger suggests, there is certainly interdimensional charges that apply. So as Rika is kneeling and he and Darian have just kind of prayed and sent this message through, Rika immediately receives a response back. And he repeats it back to Darian. I'm okay-ish. Lost my stuff. Salune and the Raven Queen had another plan for me. Must defend the light on another plane. See you again.
That sounds like her.
Yeah, clearly more concerned about her stuff than her friends. Yeah,
That's right.
but good to know she's all safe. Huh? Yeah, you know what I mean?
I wonder if she's with anybody.
I can ask her more questions, but not today. I feel like maybe at the end of the day, not at the beginning. Yeah, you know what I mean?
All right. We
Don't
can make
wanna
this a
use up too much juice. Yeah, you know what I mean?
before the day starts.
Just in case. Yeah.
All right. Well, I need to rest for at least an hour. But I think after an hour, I'll be ready to go.
I understand. Yeah, get a recharge.
Recharge a little bit. Just a little.
Hmm.
As are his sorcerer ways. Just needs a short rest.
Hashing?
Yeah.
So
What-
Darian's going to go upstairs and lay down for an hour.
Okay, so Rika has just woken up,
Mhm.
and Rika will start making breakfast along with the house goblins for anyone who is
What do you make?
waking. Rika is not fancy.
'Kay.
Scrambled eggs. He's gonna.
It is 9 o'clock at night.
No, I thought it was the morning.
Hey, I'll eat breakfast that late. I
So-
love breakfast.
IL wanted to go out at night. So I think we can do a couple of things here. We
Oh,
can
I-
either make it nighttime
Okay.
and we're all dispersing,
Got it.
or it can be the morning when he came.
Okay, so yeah, you
trolling
tell
in.
me what time it is, and it doesn't really matter. It was just for a
I
role
think
playing
you
purpose.
guys had
but-
your conversation. You came in at like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
Okay, so it was a good long time.
Yes.
Okay.
And
So we had our conversation early in the morning.
while IL has still been asleep. at
Okay,
that
so
time.
now it's late at night.
Yes,
Well, then Rika would have
made dinner.
made dinner, relaxed throughout the day, made sure that the house was in order, and would have slept again, knowing that they're going out at night.
Yeah, trying to screw up your sleep schedule. so
Exactly.
you'll be up. Got
Throw,
it.
yeah, damn circadian rhythms off, off.
So it's now about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Everyone is starting to wake up. Sentry, you've been up. You attached your arm to your arm. You effectively have the magic initiate feat built into said arm. Why don't you tell us the new things you got from it?
So think Mega Man. That's how I'm gonna visualize this. He has chromatic orb,
Nice.
firebolt, and as of right now, message.
Okay.
To be able to communicate, use a little more utilization with yelling at people in my head.
I like it. And firebolt is going to be more like laser bolt.
But it's laser bolt that also acts as just a regular laser pen.
Yes.
So we're
play
gonna
with
keep
the Catman.
to play with my
Yeah.
Catman.
Yeah.
Or the Catman. I mean,
Yes. So, 8:30, 9 o'clock. What do we do? Where are we going? Who are we talking to?
Wait, 8:30, 9 o'clock p.m.
Yes.
Okay, I was adding a spell.
So-
And we can
Yeah.
break this down into a couple of different days if you'd like to. Like if IL wants to do some bar hopping to find information and he's the only one that wants to do that tonight, we can do that. We want to do some searching in the morning, like you had mentioned offline, you want to go talk to Timmy.
I want to, because
That's not going to happen at 9 o'clock at night.
someone told. So I guess Rika would know that unless it's Friday night, or
Right.
the equivalent of the Friday night within the 10-day cycle, Timmy's not going to be found. Although he would be at the Elf Song. Is that where the
Elf Song's the one that fights every payday.
Essentially every
10-day.
equivalent of a Friday on the 10-day.
Yeah.
But seeing as it's not that day, he would want to assist the rest of the party as much as possible. Perhaps go see his mom and dad. And he'd want to get to know some of the new arrivals. He'd want to get to know Darlin. He'd want to get to know IL in particular. So, Sentry as well. Yeah, so what are your plans for the evening? Yeah, in the mean?
Darlin looks up and she's been writing in her little glittery pink spellbook /journal /memoir /essay portfolio. It has little like color-coded tabs and everything, and little stickers that say like number one princess.
Bedazzled.
Bedazzled.
Number one princess. Yeah, how's that? Fatu. Yeah.
Oh,
You know
you
me?
know, I'm just I mean, I mentioned that I'm a chance. You know, where I'm from, we're pretty well, there's no way to put it delicately. We're pretty filthy rich, and so people really treat us like we're royalty. And one of my house servants got me this sticker.
Good luck with that around
my
here.
Dad told her to, but it was still a gift, so I'd put it on my little book.
That's
Because we're like, you know,
quite,
kind of like royalty, but like
quite nice. Where are you
cooler. Do you know the nation of
from?
Arms closet.
Down south.
I too.
I don't know much about that.
Yeah, it's down
Can you
south.
tell-
It's
can you
south
tell
of
me?
Baldur's Gate, and it's a city of, I can't pronounce this no matter how many times I've tried.
Is that why you said
Athkatla, I think it is. Athkatla. AKA the city of coin, so it's fitting.
Let's go with that.
Yep.
We'll call it the city of
Okay,
Coin.
thank you. It's so much
Is
easier.
that corn or coin?
Coin.
That's actually
But
fair.
fair
Could be in the
question,
bread
because our
basket.
family was into agriculture too. But yeah, it's known as the city of
agriculture.
coin.
Yeah, what kind of agriculture from there? Like things that you eat or things that you drink?
Well, foodstuffs, they made a lot of corn, and then somebody figured out a way to make that into syrup. And then a lot of people are gaining weight down there, but they don't know why. But they're growing a lot of it down there, and my family used to be, like, really in charge of, you know, like, buying all the farms from the common folk and, you know, incorporating them all into one company.
They are in charge of that. Huh?
Corporate takeovers
Yeah.
of private property.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah, we're pretty well known in the area, but that's why I just, you know, I like to just dress up and pretend to be a little princess, because that's how we're treated. It makes me feel like home.
Right. Well, did you have any like nicknames that we can use for you? Yeah, Colin. You know what I mean?
Well, that's actually really funny that you asked that. My name was originally a nickname from my mom. They didn't know what to call me, and they were going back and because, you know, I've got like 5 sisters. I'm one of 5, and they had this whole thing where they were doing like M's for the names. So there was Mary, Mary Lou, Marietta, Maria, Marianne, and then they got sick of the M's. And my mom was like, I don't want to name another M. And my dad was like, I'm the patriarch of the family, woman. You'll name what I say. And they kept going back and forth. And then she just started calling me darling, because I was her little darling. And then I learned how to speak at a young age, and I stuck with it.
So you're the youngest of the 5. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I'm
what
a
do your
little
sisters?
baby.
What do your sisters look like? Yeah.
Oh. Can I incite him?
Sure.
Crit fail.
You, this nice old man who's healed you and your partners on many occasions, you feel like, oh, he wants to know about Marianne, Mary Ellen, Mary whatever, Mary Poppins name.
It's Mary, Mary Lou, Marietta, Maria, and Marianne.
Yeah, he just wants to know. He's just such a sweet little old
Just
man.
want to look out. Yeah. Make sure I can
Go ahead.
see them. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, you know, we all kind of look somewhat alike. So my mom is the one with the red hair. My dad is the one with the black hair. He's the elf. You know, my mom's the human. And I think everybody else really takes after my dad with the black hair, but I was the only one with
So a bit
the red hair.
slender builds. Yeah.
Does he seem like he comes from money and has connections?
Rika,
Yeah,
why don't you incite him?
I would like to. Please crit fail again. 10. Plus 12. It's a 12.
You get the feeling that he heard of Alm before,
That's true.
and he tried to play it off like he didn't. That's about what you got.
You know, Rika, my oldest sister Mary, she's been divorced 3 times, but she's in the market again. And her last husband was
you a
really
matchmaker?
short. So I feel like maybe if we all, like, you know, ever go back to my house or something, I could introduce you and we could just make some connections.
I love to make the acquaintance. I have taken a vow of celibacy. Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's. But go back to get what they look like.
Oh, well, Mary, the one who I could hook you up with, she was born with a slight deformity in her back, but
Okay, not her.
she's the only one who's available. For your non-celibacy
I'm
interest.
not interested in doing anything. Yeah, just to make sure if I see them, like, I know how to connect them if they're
Ricka.
up in there. Yeah.
Ricka, you can't even maintain eye contact with me. I know this dress is low cut, but come on, we're having a conversation.
I'm trying to fend off temptation. Buxom woman.
You're so delightful. You would be, if you ever get tired of like the priest kind of life and you want to be like a court jester or something, I'm sure my daddy could like hire you on if you want. And then you could be in All My Sisters.
Alright.
How does the salary, I mean, would a salary of like 50 gold per day, does that sound about good or is that too low? You want to discuss that maybe at some point? I don't know, I'll send a letter, it's fine.
Alright.
So but your family, you're found out that you were the halfling are adopted by the Furbolgs?
Are you mocking me right
No, I'm just trying to work out how we got to that conclusion.
Yes, well, my mother and father, yeah, they're good people. They're, Zach and Lisa, yeah. They are the purveyors of Almscloset, and they are people who have some connections, and they are. Stop staring at me like that. He doesn't look at your face.
Mincemeat is actually leaning in more and more, but the more he leans in, the more his head turns around, so he's not looking at you, but his neck is facing you.
Perfect. So Ricka stands several feet below your height, so he's just constantly kind of looking up and like looking away, and back up, and side gestures. Yeah, and so my parents, yeah, they took me in, yeah, and I just was misinformed.
Oh.
As to how the process of puberty, yeah, and growth and maturity, yeah, for a Furbolg, yeah.
Hey, I get it. I had to get the talk from a servant.
So taking the vow of celibacy very early on, yeah, with Father Rav, yeah. I was...
Who? Father what?
Father Rav, yeah, Rav.
R-A-V, Rob.
Father Rav.
Okay, cool. I've never met him.
Yep, yeah, he's the one of the priests here, yeah, in the city. He taught me everything, yeah. He modeled to me many things, yeah. Some of which I emulate, and some of which I do my best not to. Yeah, you know what I mean? As he says not to, he kind of looks away and looks back. So, yeah, that's, interesting. Yeah, you'd like to talk to my mama and papa, who happen to be from, as well. Yeah. But I've never heard of that place.
I'm laughing. You're so funny, Rick. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, you just make me a little nervous, yeah? When we talk outside of combat where I can't be focused and there's not a task at hand, I have a tendency to wander.
Well, I've been called bossy my whole life, so we're like a perfect match. I can tell you what to do.
Alright, in certain circumstances, I would appreciate that.
I'm laughing again. But I guess, I don't know. That's so strange to think that, I don't know, why your parents didn't want to tell you that you were adopted?
I'd never asked. They never said it.
You've never asked. Okay.
I just assumed, which just makes me an ass.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than a cow.
Yes.
That must have been quite a shock.
I was a donkey and not a bovine. Yeah.
So, who did they, if you don't mind me asking, who did they adopt you from?
That's a good question. Yeah. I probably should have asked that question as well.
We didn't get there yet.
I just learned that I'm not a Furbolg, yeah, and that I wasn't of natural birth, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe you could come with me and talk to Mama and Papa, and we could ask some of those questions, yeah.
Sure, that sounds fun. Where's everybody else? What are they doing
So
today?
you guys are talking in the kitchen. IL,
I'm still upstairs.
you're still in your room.
He rolled over again.
Yep.
Wait, I'm
What are you doing, IL?
All right, so I get out of bed,
What's your morning routine?
put my world's greatest detective hat.
You don't shower?
He
No,
licks
I just
himself
lick
clean,
lick
don't
myself every day.
Well,
just want me
There's
to.
a word for that.
No.
4 advantages
Well-
for Don Queve.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he didn't miss that.
Yeah.
All
Hey,
right.
throw me that
Thank you,
pen.
Don Queve. What do you need, Jake?
The pen so I can mark it on my piece of paper.
Oh, did you get
Then
That's what that,
You just broke my pencil!
Advantage or disadvantage strictly for players.
You don't get an eraser.
No, it's
I guess
advantages
those
against.
advantages
It's DM
stay
advantage.
Where is it?
All right. I
I'm
am.
glad it
Hit
wasn't a
me.
pen.
What are you doing?
all right. So gets up, puts on his world's greatest detective hat, and he'll walk over to Sentry, who I assume has just been standing there
Who's in
staring.
shock after watching him clean himself?
His jaw hits the floor literally. What the hell are you doing?
Organic life is so inefficient.
Bro, you don't lick yourself clean every morning?
That's gross. You're nasty,
Is that the
man.
first time you've done that in front of him after being together for months?
That's
I didn't
true.
lick myself on the ship.
That's even nastier. Than
what the?
Did he have a free range stinking cloud effect?
Because I didn't want any of the guards to watch me lick
Understood. No,
myself.
that's his
yeah,
rationale.
that's
Like-
rationale. Got
He's
it.
a little, you know.
Can you explain what you're doing here?
Well, first, before you ask any questions,
That was a question. I led with a question.
why don't you smell me?
Persuasion check.
Natural 20.
3.
3.
You're free to do what you will with that question.
I will not smell you.
Well, I smell pretty good, not gonna lie.
I'll take your word on it.
Somewhere in the house, Darian starts sneezing.
Anyway, that's how I clean myself. I don't take those things that people do to clean themselves. Water, just
You don't like water.
no, not at all.
Is there a reason you don't like water?
Well, if I have to, I'll swim in it. But like, if you get these like little mister thingies and you just, it's like the worst.
Since you're just gonna
thing.
back up a little. I before you took your 20-hour cat nap, you wanted to.
I was asleep for 20 hours, bro.
20 hours. We're all kind of
Whoa.
waiting around here for you to wake up from your cat
Anything
nap.
cool happened while I was asleep?
No.
No.
Oh yeah, we broke a window.
You
Or
didn't.
the
You didn't
window.
miss anything.
Nothing?
Not at all.
Did my muscles grow while I slept this time?
No. In fact, they shrunk.
Again?
You went backwards. This is why you should only take 8-hour naps.
You took too many rest days.
It's called atrophy.
Yeah, the atrophy. We got you a wheelchair. But the last time we talked, you wanted to go exploring. You said
I
something.
know. I got my bowler. I got my world's greatest detective hat on that Batling gave me. And he said I was really
turns it
smart.
around. It's backwards.
It's side, it's covering reviews.
And all the books I ever read, got to go to the tavern and get information, man.
And you still want to do that.
Yeah, with you.
All right.
And the books
Because you
he's
should
read-
never go alone.
It's-
Always in twos.
Always in twos, but yes.
The books he's read are like comic books about detectives.
Dick Tracy.
Yep.
This is a
Party boys.
Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew.
Yes.
Who's like, but what did she draw?
Harriet the Spy.
Yeah. What did she
Carmen San Diego.
Ooh, where in the world is she?
IL's version of Frank and Joe were Frank and Beans.
Yes.
Frank and Baines. Okay, so that's what he wants to do because every book he's ever read, and they all happen to be detective novels, tell him to go to bars.
If this is the course you're going to take, I'll support you. But I'm pulling you out if it gets too wild.
I'm not going to start any fights. Just you know,
That's what I said.
walk into a bar, and everyone looks at you in the books, and then everything goes silent. And then you look in the dark corner, and there's someone sitting in the corner with their hat down. And that's the guy you go to.
Yeah, and you steal his pretzels.
Oh,
That's a callback
yeah.
to Dom's other character.
And then you kick him, right?
Yeah, you kick
Dom
him.
did such a poor job of playing him. He's in fact a bad guy now in this campaign, and you're gonna have to kill him one day.
I will.
Volunteers tribute.
It's your redemption.
He literally, I'm gonna finish him with a taint punch. That's literally how it's gonna end.
That's my job.
A chromatic orb.
Chromatic orb.
Oh, a fire taint punch. Okay, back to the game. Go.
So that's what my plan is, because it's a really good one, and it's the one I thought of.
Confidence.
And because I'm really smart and the world's greatest detective, that's what we're gonna do, and it's gonna be right, because I said it was right.
Well, then I'll let you lead.
Let's go.
As Sentry goes to leave, he puts a little like squirt bottle in his pocket just in case.
Yeah.
And the laser.
And the laser.
Yep. It makes all
A
makes
mister.
sense.
A mister bottle.
Yep.
Actually,
For that sound.
actually, before we leave, I wanna go ask the goblins if they can make Sebastian like a little home, and train him or something like that. I think that would be like cool. Because we can't keep on taking him to battles all the time.
I agree. That's bad parenting.
He might get hurt. Yeah. I mean, if he grows into the things we fought at the trees, then we can bring him to battle, but not now.
Ride him into battle.
I could ride him into battle.
Cat on a cat. Oh no. Yeah. Something like that.
Exactly. So let's go talk to the goblins first. I don't even know him. One punched me in the balls. I kind of want to punch him back.
Punch him in the balls.
So I feel like I'd kill him if I punched him in the balls.
Maybe.
Let's just talk to him first.
All right. Let's
All
go.
right, let's go.
So Aiel's about to make hand puppets out of one of our goblins. Good to know.
So you go down to talk to the goblins.
They're asleep.
They
That's
can
an
be
automatic.
awoken. So, where do you go look for them?
I go to the wrestling arena. Check. That's where I think they would be.
Okay, it's a good thought. Good thought. They're not there.
Darn, man. I thought they'd be here. Where else would they be?
How about you look for clues?
Here's what you do. IL. Stand in the middle of it and ask them if they smell what you're cooking, and just see if something happens.
Or just smell the wrestling arena because it'll probably smell like them.
There
Because
you
they
go.
probably wrestle naked on it.
Why is that your immediate assumption?
In Theros, when they do their Olympic Games,
Oh, okay.
the Greco-Roman wrestling that IL is
It's nude.
accustomed to is in fact nude. So it's not as big a leap for him as it is for literally everyone else.
That's why I'm always so comfortable being naked, because all the lions are naked all the time.
Ah, I see.
No, that's lore. Thank you for joining us tonight. Good night.
That's called Lorne.
So, do you sniff the ring?
I do.
Give me a
good whiff.
survival. Or yeah, I guess I'd be tracking.
Tracking? Okay, then Okay, so 12 plus 15.
15, you catch a whiff of the fat one. Smells like buttered popcorn.
Oh,
All
so
right,
he's
I follow
giving
it. I
passive
follow that
advantage.
scent.
And
4.
much like a cartoon when you catch the scent of a pie in a window,
Like float,
almost.
levitate.
You start nose to the ground. Here you go. You're moving through the house,
balancing.
and it leads you to a fern next to the wall inside the house.
I check the fern.
When you check the fern and reach, your right hand disappears into the wall. You remember that this is where they showed you the room of requirement is, behind the fern.
Oh. Step into it then.
So you move the fern, you step in, and you see this. And you've been in one room of requirement now, in Stumpy's. You see this big-ass room. It looks like... The interior looks like a castle, almost. There's fireplaces and big wooden tables and chairs, and there's offshoot rooms. And as you step in, you hear the cacophonous sound of little snores going on.
Aww. Cute.
Me, me, coming down the long hallway.
Okay, I go down,
Okay.
and then are they all asleep? Do I see them? They're all asleep.
You hear the snoring coming from a side room.
Go to the side room.
Okay. You open the door, and you see,
Zips, Zeke and Zed.
yeah, trying to remember which one we
Zeke.
You see Zeke is snoring hard, real hard, and you see
And he's
Zip,
partially purple.
yeah, and he's partially purple, and you see Zip and Zed laying and just kind of looking at him.
They're awake though.
They're awake, just looking at this guy snore.
Okay, I go over and I'll sit next to him, plop down.
Hey,
What you guys doing?
we're watching him sleep.
Why?
Well, a third of him is purple.
See that? See that?
His hair is different.
Okay.
And I've never seen anyone who isn't dead sleep this long. Sans you. We came in and checked on you like 6 times last night, and this morning, and this night,
Did you watch me sleep too?
all the time.
We all
Oh.
did.
You're there too.
You're there. He came with me. Okay.
Yeah, he saw it.
I'm gonna
I-
follow you.
Well, you mind answering a few questions?
If we can.
So, like, how are you guys good goblins? I don't really understand that concept.
Well, good is a relative term, and it's a spectrum. If we want to think about good and evil, I would say, I'm not trying to kill you. That makes me good.
So, like, you're your own thing, basically.
Well, yeah, we'd like to be. We hated being under the thumb of someone else who made us kill people. And I tell you what, these hands, and he holds them out, they're gnarled and calloused, have strangled way too many kids. And I just want to forget about that.
Oh goodness.
Sentry, not knowing what he talks about, what he's saying, puts his thumb on his head.
Okay. Figure of speech.
Ah, I understand. Sorry about that.
So, you used to strangle kids, and now you
Only
don't.
when we were told to. By Trask.
Ah,
And,
okay.
and he's dead, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, he is.
Okay, good. So we're safe?
Safe is a relative term. There's a spectrum.
Zed looks at Zip and goes, yeah, he's a smart one, yeah. Attack.
But, so how did you get here? What,
We ran away.
to here?
Well, yeah.
Did you guys just know this house was
No,
good
no.
too?
No,
Oh.
we didn't know. We were part of the goblins that were marauding and stealing from the people in between the blockade and Worms Crossing. And one day at night, we pretended to be asleep. We stuffed hay into Zed's shirt, or I'm Zed, into my shirt. And we put a blanket over me. We found a stone that repeats sounds and made it snore. And it looked like I was there. And then we ran away. We crossed Worm Crossing at night, and we broke into the first house we could find. And it was this one.
Ah, so watching people sleep is just a you guys thing, not all goblins thing.
Well, I mean, you know, there's strength in numbers, and someone has to keep watch. And if you guys are sleeping, we want to be awake so that if someone breaks in like they did last time, we could wake you up. So think of it this way: we're gonna be off schedule with you in order to protect everyone when you're home.
Okay, makes sense. solid.
Okay.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Could you play/protect/train Sebastian, the cat thing we brought home, and make it a trained killing machine?
Well, Zeke was the one who always liked animals, and he hasn't woken up yet. You definitely don't want me doing that. Plus, I'm
Okay.
allergic. My eyes watered the minute that thing came in here. And Zip doesn't, he doesn't say too much. So, if Zeke wakes up, which I think he will, I hope he will. Do you know if he will?
I'm gonna go to the bars and try to figure out some stuff about the town in general. Maybe see if there's someone who knows about purple people. And then also about, like, bad people. Try and stop them, because that's what a little halfling man told us about.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
every book that was ever read to me says you go to bars to get information.
bro, I know, right? That's what I'm doing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Vindicated.
Can you find out if
Vindication?
he'll ever wake up, though?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask.
Okay.
Those are
That's
my
not
questions.
that's not in your book.
In what book?
The Nancy Drew book.
Nancy Drew. Who's that?
The detective you were reading.
An artist.
Oh.
She's like Picasso.
His little list of to-dos is like, number 1, what's causing the mage plague? Number 2, what did Nancy draw? Number 3, it's like, and why?
Why does Carmen live in San Diego?
Yeah. Where is San Diego and what is it?
An old wooden ship.
What makes the boys so hardy? What is their constitution score?
Different book.
Alright. Well, thanks for answering my questions, and
I try.
Zeke will I think Zeke will end up being fine. I think not just me, I think your actual friends who's been with you for a long time will find a better solution too.
Okay. Before you leave,
Yeah.
Zeke said some weird stuff while sleeping.
This is probably important. I'm gonna put my detective cap
Is
on
that
really
what
tight.
that is?
Yeah, the world's greatest detective cap.
Oh, okay. Where'd you
Yeah.
get it?
The Batling Man gave it to me.
I don't believe he exists.
Oh, okay.
Is he real? Does he stalk the night?
The one you gave me burned in the giant fireball. Then I got another one from the Batling Man. No?
Then she's gonna cock
That's
his
what
arm.
happened. Oh, my bad.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. He mentioned. He said, "I feel empty." He said, "Empty, empty, empty" a lot, and I'm trying to figure out who is MT.
That's a good question. I'm gonna write that. You should write that down.
Like it's
I'll
got to be
write
an
that
initial,
down.
right? Like
Is it MT?
MT. He said it
MT.
all the time. Empty, empty.
MT, the main MC.
Or maybe he's saying
He's writing raps.
tea. Maybe he wants some tea.
We know a guy
He
who does some
always
tea.
did like some cold brew. That's true.
Cold brew coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee
All right.
flavored
Well,
tea.
He said empty all the time. And then sometimes his voice would change. It got super deep. Look down here.
We all float down here.
Oh no!
And that hurt my voice a little bit to do it. But in my voice, he would say empty like him, like me. And then the other voice, the deeper one, would say full. Full. Yeah.
full. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, actually, then I guess maybe MT weren't initials.
Or he was saying 4.
Oh, it could be. I don't know. It was just weird. And then, like, when the other voice would come on, he'd kind of writhe up off the bed. Like, you know, maybe he had a bad dream.
And that was why you were watching him sleep.
Yeah, because we were asleep, and you kind of fall asleep to the empty. And then when it changes...
Like rainforest sounds and then empty.
Yeah, and then when it changes to full, you notice. You notice. I'm dead tired. Look at my eyes. He opens them bloodshot. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Okay. I'm gonna go tell the old short man, Rika.
Okay, he's a good person. I think.
I gathered that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He probably knows what to do the most. Seems wise.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna keep watching him to see if anything changes, and we'll let you know. Zip's been taking copious notes.
It's good.
And you look over at Zip, and he's doing like cuneiform wedges into clay. Because that's goblinese now.
Those are good notes. I should learn to take notes like that.
And
What do you-
Zip just nods.
I tell you what, when we get back from World's Greatest Detective,
Yeah.
detecting, I will come back here. I
Okay.
will sit and watch all through the night so you can get some sleep. Would that do you any good?
Yeah.
Both of you get some sleep.
Yeah. We're running on pure caffeine.
I understand that through and through.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Well, I'll go relay that he needs some tea, and that he's pretty full.
Yeah. Don't forget the writhing. Like maybe he had a bellyache if he's that full.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
No head
Deep
spinning
voice
though,
full
right?
though. Yeah.
He did vomit some green bile.
That's never good.
That's another detail we should
That's
probably.
never
In
good.
fact, before we go,
You should look at.
can you tell me any other in-depth detail? Remember all of those stories where they always just kept on asking questions to get until the person who they're asking just was like, whoa, and then they gave them the answer?
Yeah, when they broke. And
Yeah.
they didn't even know they were hiding something,
Yeah.
but they were.
Exactly.
Yeah. Am I that person?
You are right now, so tell me what happened.
I don't know what I'm hiding.
Everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, his voice changed, and he was I wouldn't say chanting, and then he vomited, and after he vomited, and it's right there on the ground, and you look at it, and there's like a puddle of goop on
I'll
the
sniff
ground.
it.
Have you touched it?
Hell no. That's gross. I'm a goblin, but I'm not sick.
Hear me out.
I take like a splinter from the room and I touch it. Does it like get
Oh, no.
acidically melted or anything? No. All right. I pick some up and I put it in you so that we can take it back to Rika.
Hold up, rewind. Abort mission. Stop! That's the back door. Hold up.
That's the exit chute.
Evidence, bro. Everyone knows you take some evidence, okay?
You're the evidence locker. You're the cold storage evidence locker.
Evidence locker.
Evidence of bile?
Gotta take some.
All right. You can put down
Vomit.
Goblin vial.
goblin vomit on your inventory.
Little do we know we're gonna
Okay,
do
you were
that.
saying after.
Yeah, after he vomited, then he just fell asleep, and he hasn't said anything since.
Got it. Thank you again. Sentry will be back to protect you in your sleep.
Okay.
And, I guess Sebastian, in the meantime, will just... Can you at least watch him in the meantime?
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
sweet.
I-
Thanks.
yeah.
Appreciate
we
it.
just need him to wake up, and he was the animal handler.
Got it. Got
Yeah.
it. Alright.
Happy hunting.
Yeah, keep it 100 with you. Peace, bro.
Yep. Peace. Okay. That was our IL and Sentry scene. Paz. What are you up to?
Paz is out front smoking a cigar.
Paz. Oh, and speaking of which, I don't know if we can see this.
You gotta get really close.
Or you could zoom in on me like we had it before. This is the mini for Paz that Paz himself created. There's a cigar in his right hand where you'd think a sword would be. And there's a flaming sword in its sheath where a non-flaming sword should be.
Priorities.
I disagree.
That's how he lights his cigar.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a free action to put the cigar away
Yeah.
and get the
I can
sword
I
out,
can
so-
call my sword at any
We'll
time.
take some pictures and put it on the Discord.
Yeah, we'll do that.
He squeezes the cigar ring and it turns into a giant flaming sword.
Love it.
Whoa.
You're that could be magic missiles in my hand. You don't know.
That's
Ooh.
that's true.
Cubans.
You gotta puff them out.
It's a Cuban
missiles.
missile. Cuban missile.
That's awesome.
Well done.
Whoa.
So you're out front smoking a cigar.
Just seeing what's going on in the neighborhood,
Okay.
looking for anybody who might be looking for us.
Okay. Give
Mm.
me a perception.
15.
15.
Not bad.
How long does it take you to smoke your cigar?
Depends. If I'm in a rush,
You're not in a rush.
an hour.
Okay. So you've been out there for an hour just leaning casually on the house, smoking a cigar, and you have noticed a familiar face or two pass by the house a little more often than you should think would happen. You know, two people pass by to the left and they look quickly and they keep walking, and then 10 minutes later they pass by going from left to right. They look and they keep walking, and then they pass by and go from right to left.
Do they look threatening?
They look like 10-year-olds.
Kill them.
Without a doubt. How many kids did the goblin choke in there?
Innumerable.
Yeah. So I mean, what's two more?
Yeah.
Were they
No.
playing the ones playing kickball before?
So you have these two little girls that are kind of
Great.
holding hands and walking past, and they see you out there, and when they make eye contact, they kind of stop making eye contact and they walk past.
I note it, and it must be the armpit hair. They're attracted to.
Mhm.
They're like, wow, look at the freak. And
Have them breathe.
I just note. No, I'm not going to pay too much attention to the little girls. I'm
Okay.
more worried about.
Nefarious people.
Yeah.
No, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary other than the two little girls that continue to find themselves walking past the house.
And any trade ships. Look like
There
they're
are
coming
some
in,
trade
or-
ships that dock this night. Two smaller ones. Neither with Johann's crest, the Kraken crest, so they're two different trade ships. You hear the hustle and bustle of deckhands yelling at each other from a distance, and the familiar scrape of wood on wood cargo being moved off the ship, or maybe even on. You don't know if they're picking up or they're taking away. But, oops, nothing out of the ordinary other than the two little girls.
If any of them passed by, I would ask if they had heard from seen Johann on the open seas.
You mean the sailors?
Yeah.
They don't have a reason to necessarily go past your house, so you can see them docking
Okay. So it's not right on
100 yards away. But if they were coming this way, it would have been for a purpose, and they are not coming this way. You see a lot of them meandering and making their way into Elf Song, or where you know Elf Song is, or the Iron Mug. When they walk past Elf Song, you have an idea of where they're going. Those are the two hoppinest places on this side
So
of the dock.
I'm obviously waiting for the nitwits because I told them they had to sleep before we went. So
After a while, Darian would get up and try to find you.
So you're out front, again, leaning. You're coming to the end of your cigar, and you hear the front door open behind you, the red front door, and out steps Darian.
Well, Paz, how's it going?
good. You rest up.
Oh, I'm rested.
Want a cigar?
Sure.
Takes out a cigar. Gives
Okay.
him one.
You light
Split
it with your sword.
Whip out the sword. Give him one. I take my second.
Oh boy! All right.
So, just go to talking. What do you make of all this with Johann?
Yeah, it's troubling. I'm not sure why he would be lost at sea. He's a seafaring man. He would usually have no problem on the sea. That's something to find out about. I was also wondering about that brownstone and how connected that is to all of this underworld.
And he shows
business.
him the shield, and he's
The back of it.
yeah. So on the back of it, it's the map, and it just. I said, it's really weird that that's where I grew up. This is where I am, and I'm the one that got the shield.
That's
Just-
true.
So, and there's a bunch of magic stuff happening that I don't know if it's the shield or the Fae or combination. I don't know, but I'm pretty scared. I don't scare easy, but I just wish somebody could help me with this. I want to talk to Ricka a little bit about this later when things calm down a little bit.
He
But,
gave me good advice earlier.
just as long as he doesn't try and rub my feet, I'm good.
That's true. He hasn't tried to rub my feet yet. Oh well. What do you say about taking a walk and maybe we can surveil the brownstone, see what's up?
I'm always good with going home. There was a street beggar there that I paid a little bit of coin to keep an eye out, and I'd like to go talk to him.
Good memory.
It's a good idea.
I was going to see if you were going to do anything with that.
Oh yeah.
He's dead. 'Cause I forgot.
So then he turns into him.
No, that's true. No, yeah. No, that I didn't know if you were going to remember that, so I did prepare something for that if you did. So
Sweet. Good DM.
good job.
Got to compliment him so he doesn't kill me.
Yeah. Well, we're even now with advantages.
Ah,
Does this mean you have
You
to
want
tape
a
his
walk?
pencil?
you have.
Yeah. Can I have your
Oh, I have
pencil back?
11.
You have an 11 of
Holy shit!
Yeah, you get a lot.
I'm gonna start using 2 at a time on you,
Why on me?
because
Okay. All right.
you can handle it. Also, your tooth is killing you.
Yeah.
It
My
cracked
tooth is killing you or killing me?
you.
Both.
Okay. Both.
It's infected.
What if it starts killing others?
All of a sudden,
it lands in
shooting
things.
tooth decay. All of a sudden, goblin snot comes out, right?
It's necrotic.
First level
necrotic
tooth decay, the BBEG just pauses for a moment, and then
Yeah.
just keeps attacking.
Yeah.
He's got a cavity now.
The cavity creeps.
That killed George Washington. That'll get you. Give it some time. It's the slow death.
All right. So, are you guys gonna start to make your way over to the brownstone?
You want to walk down there right now?
Do we want to leave the nitwits alone? Why don't we go down there real quick and then head to Elsong?
All right. Ricka has their back as well. And as they walk, Darian would ask, "What was it like growing up as an orphan?"
It was great while I was there. I don't really remember anything of my young childhood, and I blocked a lot of my teenage years out. I don't like to talk about. But when I was there with Mother Mary, it's probably the best time of my life, safest. I hated it when I was there, but looking back, it was wonderful. It was the only home I really ever knew. And I trusted her. She's probably the only person who I've trusted in this world fully.
It's good to have someone you can trust. My dad, he let me down. He made me realize I couldn't trust him. Not because he was evil, but because he was weak. He showed me that he wouldn't stand up to the evils of this world to save even his wife and son. But it's good to have someone you can trust. And I'm glad I have you. I feel like I can trust you.
I'm definitely growing to trust you. There was another guy who I kind of trusted, but He was kind of stupid.
Is his name Sylvatic?
Yeah. About as dumb as a brick. But
Sentry
man,
kind of twitches inside
but,
for no reason.
but man, we could
Well.
fight together. And I see that in you. I trust you. Just know that I will give you my all on the battlefield, and you never have to worry about me leaving a fight.
And you the same with me.
I hope we run from the next fight.
We probably should.
You're on your own.
You're on.
Everybody just get away from me. The DM has 12 advantages. He wants to use tonight.
Every attack the enemy makes curves around.
And they make an attack on Paz. But why? They move out of.
Stop! He's already dead.
They knock Rika aside.
They heal him so they can keep killing him.
The real meaning of Cuban missiles.
He's
Attracted to
Paz
the-
seeking missiles.
Paz seeking missiles.
So you guys are walking, next to each other at a nice, easy pace, kind of scanning, but not. You're not paranoid per se. And
Did they come to check on the nitwits first before they left?
did you come to check on the nitwits?
I thought you
first?
said you
I
wanted
thought they
to-
were going there and then,
Oh, okay,
and
gotcha.
then back.
Cool.
So you see the lamplighters are finishing their rounds, lighting the lamps, and there's still some people out on the street. There's a street violinist with a hat laid at his feet, and he's playing something from Mozart.
Dang.
Darian perks his ear up and that's
Playing-
really nice.
Playing Blue Danube.
What the heck is Blue Danube?
It's from Mozart, I believe.
Darian tosses a silver in his hat. If it's laid at
Yeah.
his feet. Yeah.
Yep. And he goes. The guy kind of just nods while still playing. Do you stand there and listen and admire, or you just keep walking?
Darian slows his pace to a half pace.
Okay.
But he doesn't stop walking.
Okay.
Unless Paz would.
I'm going to keep walking, but I'm going to, like I always do, when we get towards the house, I want to separate from him. I don't, I've already been to the house. The beggar knows me.
Yep.
He doesn't necessarily need to know Darian.
Yep.
And I'd already had a minor run-in.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, slightly.
thinking in the back of my mind, I really want to burn the house down, but I won't. Darian talked me out of it prior.
With his calls of friendship
Yeah.
and trust.
So,
That sated your bloodlust.
hey, listen, they're bad people in there. I know it, you know it, all the American people know it.
Oh. Yes.
Paz for president. Running next year.
And Darian, knowing how Paz works, will naturally just drift off and he'll walk around the building.
So as it now looms in the distance, you turn a corner and here's this 4-story brownstone that just pops up. You see Paz kind of pick up his pace a little bit, and you branch, and you guys kind of look at each other and nod like, we know what we're doing here. We've got a plan. And the clip clop of the cobblestone is under your metal feet, and you make your way towards the front where you knew the beggar was, across the street, just sitting in an alleyway on some bins and straw.
So I'll head over to him.
Okay.
Say, morning, remember me?
If I'm not mistaken, it's the evening, but yes, I do.
Is that night? It's nighttime.
Oops. So I slide him.
Too much to drink, eh?
Yeah, well,
That's how I got here.
Yep. Can I buy you a drink?
Oh!
He slides him a gold piece.
Thank you. He bites it.
My tooth
Your
grit.
toothpick.
It's no fun when you expect it.
So what's been going on in the area? I'm turning my back to the brownstone.
Shielding this man.
Yep.
Good idea. He kind of looks, because he's sitting through your legs and around. Wow. There has been some comings and goings.
What kind of comings and goings?
People. Lots of people. In and out. Always with, like, hoods up and stuff.
Hoods, huh?
Yeah, like they're trying to obfuscate their face.
How tall?
All different types. Some of them real short. Some of them super tall. Some of them slender. Others slenderer.
Are any of them female?
If I had to take a guess, yeah, probably. Statistics say yes. You know, I used to be a professor
I can see.
of statistics.
Is that statistics?
Yes,
Yes.
statistics.
Okay. What time do they generally get the most foot traffic here?
Usually early in the morning or late at night. Kind of where the two meet, if you know what I mean.
So not generally during the middle of the day.
No,
and
it's
not
pretty dead then.
okay.
I think if I had to wager on a bell curve, high probability that they are moving during the day, but they're not using the front door.
How many would you venture to say would be inside at a time?
It's a hard guess. So if you would look at the windows now, some of them have lights in there. At least 10 on this side. I think there could be quite a few.
I know some secret passages in the house. I've been in it before they moved in.
Oh, interesting. So you knew Sister Mary, huh?
I was acquainted with her.
She's good people.
She's great people.
She always gave me some hooch money.
You and I both.
Would you like some hooch?
No, I'm.
I made some myself.
Why don't you take the first swig?
Statistically, it'll only kill you 60% of the time.
He unscrews the cap of his, what's that?
Flask?
Yes, that's it. The flask. Unscrews it. It's strong. And there's a 10% chance you'll go blind if you drink it.
Called sex
But there's an
panther.
110% chance that you'll have a hell of a lot of fun. Bottoms up. Woo!
Roll a d10.
Roll a d10. We're good. He starts rubbing his eyes. Ah, you're still there. Okay. not tonight. Thank you, Tamora.
Tamora, that's right.
So, care to have some?
Paz grabs
A
it,
tooth falls out.
chugs
That
it,
happens.
chugs it,
Okay.
hands it over.
Go. Roll a d10.
I'm gonna use an advantage.
Oh
roll
no.
one.
Gonna roll a,
You're gonna have to
roll
go for that
advantage.
blind fighting
gonna-
style.
Here. Here's your d10.
He's rolling two of them.
Well,
Here, I got one. I got my D10s out. 'cause
As
I
long as
saw
they're
this
both
coming.
not ones, you're okay.
11. That's fine. 7 and a 4.
You're fine. You cough. It feels like there is a fire in your chest. It almost takes, like, have you ever jumped into, like, really cold water? And you know how it almost just expels the oxygen from your lungs?
My pretzel.
That's what happens. And then it is replaced by this internal burn. And it, like, and you belch. Like, you
You
swear.
burn my nose
Oh,
hairs.
Yeah. If you were a dragonborn, this would totally have been a fire belch right now.
I love it.
Whew. Okay. How you feeling?
Just like mother's milk. Delicious.
Wow.
Gives him another gold coin.
Oh, you are a good friend. I can make more with this
Yep.
now.
Next time I come back, I'll be back in maybe a week or so.
Okay. That sounds good.
Give me some more of that love juice right
I
there.
will keep watching if you keep paying.
Sounds
And
good
I'll
to
let
me.
you know if there's any unusual movements. So far, it's about
Oh,
what I
there he is.
expected.
There's Jeff Troop.
What was that?
Kill them all.
There he is.
Rocks fall, you die.
Rock.
Statistically, that was bound to happen to someone.
Eventually, someone will die that way.
Your chances
So-
of dying that way are low, but never zero.
It was
I'm
today.
gonna keep going past. I'm gonna go.
Oh,
halfway.
one more thing.
What do you got?
One more thing. There was a guy about 4 nights ago who came in a side door. I didn't get a good look at him. But he had some pretty opulent clothes. Looked rich. Don't know what he'd be doing down here.
What race?
Couldn't tell. Too far, too dark. But I know a regal coat when I see one.
Thank you.
That's about all I got. It's good talking to you, friend. It's good to have one again.
Thanks for being my drinking buddy.
Literally any time.
And he walks away.
Nothing
smoking,
better to
smoking
do.
a cigar.
So you're at the back now.
Mhm.
So, are you looking for anything in the back?
He's looking for any entrance way, or any of the entrance ways that exist.
So this brownstone on the back half of it has a little yard with a low wrought iron fence hemming it in, and in the side corner of that yard is like a shed, and there's a well as well in this yard.
Okay.
Do you try to hop the fence to get into the yard to start looking?
He would try to look to see if there's any other means of protection or anybody watching, like any traps or anybody watching.
Okay. Yeah, and this is it's almost like an ornamental fence. It's not like it wouldn't even hold a dog back. It's just defining the property.
Right.
You see a back door. No one's at it. And
Windows.
The whole first floor has a bunch of windows. None of them are on.
Okay.
The whole second floor, bunch of windows. None of them are on. Whole third floor, bunch of windows. None of them are on. On the fourth floor, upper right-hand corner, one light on, like a candle in the window, and it's casting some shadows, and you can see some movement, but no one's standing at the window. Best you can gather, give me perception.
11.
Best you can gather, there's no one just watching or lurking,
Okay.
but you do know there's some movement in a room.
So of all the windows, there's only one window lit.
Upper right, it's like the uppermost window.
He's going to walk over the fence.
Okay.
And
You step over it.
step over it. He's going to walk past the well, look down, and he's going to walk to the shed.
Okay.
And see if there's a padlock or something on it that's locking it, and see if he can pick it quickly, and then wait for Paz. If he can't pick it quickly, he was just going to go out.
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception
Yeah.
is only 11.
You definitely see that this is locked. The shed is locked.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a bunch of locks actually on it.
Okay.
They don't want you in there.
A bunch of locks.
Yeah, it's not just like a padlock. There's a couple of different locks on the seam.
He's going to try to unlock one of them at least and see how fast he can get through
Okay.
it.
Do you have thieves' tools?
Yes. 10.
Plus what?
10.
So while he's doing this, am I able to walk on the street past and look backwards in case anybody's looking out?
Mhm.
So I'll walk past Reading, staying about 100-ish feet away.
Okay, give me a perception.
8.
You don't see anything.
Wait, what's my path at home? 11. Where is it?
You don't.
Oh, yeah. It's on.
You don't see anyone. You kind of look back over your shoulder and you see the glint of a silver flask kind of being held up in the moonlight. You go for the first lock up top and you don't even get past the first tumbler. on
Yeah.
that. Do you
And-
try again? Or do
well,
you try a
Dar-
different lock.
Darian's feeling like his fingers are dumb. He's just like frustrated with that first lock. So he's going to stop. He's going to look quickly to see if there's any way to see into the shed. And then he's going to walk outside the fence and then try to reconnoiter with Paz.
This shed has no windows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he'll walk over the fence again and see if he can find Paz.
What does Paz remember about the shed? What was it designed for? Was it there when he was there before? Or?
It's a great question.
Hmm.
Why don't you roll history?
Oh my god.
9.
Bro, what? He's a girl.
You know what? I'll give you advantage for that because you spent a good chunk of time in this house.
Crit. 25.
Okay, that's pretty good.
But I'm the only girl on the stream.
Yeah, you are.
Wait a minute.
One of the girls.
I feel really
Hey.
targeted.
Have you seen my hair? It could be mistaken for.
Long locks.
He wears a sundress or had one on.
That's true.
True. So you don't remember, and you spent from ages about 4
Mommy, help me.
to 15 at the brownstone. You don't remember there ever being a shed.
Do I remember anything being in the shed area?
You remember there being a patio. A patio that had like some jungle gym equipment on it. You do remember the well. It was the well that you would toss a copper coin into every other night.
Cigar butts.
Yep, had 5 cigar butts into it. You would toss a coin into it every other night, wishing that you would get adopted. Until one day that came true. But you don't remember a shed.
So, I'm gonna wait for him to come up over the fence.
And he greets you about 100 feet now, opposite side of the street, under a lamp post. He comes back.
What'd you see in that shed?
Couldn't see anything in it, but they had like 5 locks on there, and they were not wanting anyone to get in. It did intrigue me, though.
There's something under that shed.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Should
on
we-
my shield for a reason.
That's true.
That's a definite. We need to get control of this house.
Well, we're not ready to do that right
I'm not
now.
saying tonight, but this has got to be a high priority getting this house.
I agree.
I think this is another portal into the underground. There was a well there that I used to throw copper coins in.
I saw the well.
You saw the well where?
I saw the well just outside the shed.
Is it outside the shed or on it? Is the well still there? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yes.
Okay.
The well is still there.
I thought
new
the shed was
addition-
over the well.
No, the new addition to this is the shed.
Shed. Okay.
So,
I thought it was hiding the well.
no, well, middle of the thing, back right corner is what used
Okay.
to be the slab of concrete jungle gym, is now a shed that has 4 or 5
Let's
locks
burn
in
this
it.
place down.
We could set the shed on fire, and then quick step it out of here, and see what happens after a while.
Love this guy.
This is what happens when we split up. It always devolves.
Meanwhile, Rika,
We're going to come back to that.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to let you think about how you want to do that.
Rika
We're back to these two in the kitchen.
and is talking to Darlin. Yeah. So he's getting a little bit more comfortable with her, and he's looking you in the eyes. It's
There
like,
we go.
Yeah. Do you like to gamble? Yeah. You know what I mean?
I love gambling. My dad says a lady is not supposed to do it, but I love it.
What's your game?
Have you ever played Three Dragon Ante?
Have I played Three Dragon Ante? Shit, yeah.
Have you ever lost Three Dragon Ante every time you played?
Nope.
Oh, you're about to learn. Well,
Oof.
deck of cards.
Are we doing this right now?
Oh, well, you need to have some humble pie, as my mom used to say.
What will you wager?
I wager... What do I have?
Temptation flee!
I mean, I guess I could wager some, like, pocket change or something. She pulls out, like, 50 gold.
Yeah. And a diamond shard.
And a diamond shard.
I'll have that get in there.
Oh, I thought I packed all the rubies. Oh, well. Puts on the table. What do you have?
My virginity.
Well, that's not worth anything.
You rolled with the punches. I love it.
I feel like people would pay you to keep that.
Really just wanted
You're
to
like
say...
an anti-brothel. They're like, we're paying customers. Just keep that thing contained.
I wanted to see if I get a rise out of you, but you just totally blew me off. Well done. I like you. Yeah. I know. Well done.
There's so much innuendo. in
I
that.
know.
I'm over here like come on.
Rise.
Blew you off.
Well done. Yeah. Anyway, what do I have to wager? Well, what's your value?
Well, I love books. I love studying magic of all kinds. If you had anything about divination magic, that'd be real neat. But magical items are fun because you can't buy them all the time. So I'll take that. I'd like money. A lot.
Yeah, and you're just wagering money. Why don't we just?
Well, yeah, because I'm not gonna lose. So it's whatever.
So here's what I was thinking. Yeah, you went right for let's go one-on-one, let's play. Yeah, I was thinking, what if we train together to game the
Better.
system? We could go up to Marcus Moon. Yeah, you know him.
We could start an underground gambling
No,
ring
we don't.
and create a monopoly and then rule the city and the working class that way through addiction? That's fantastic!
You are aggressive with your schemes.
Oh, well, I was just quoting something I heard my dad say once.
Oh.
We guess we don't have to do that.
Well,
He's kind of like the aggressive businessman guy.
Marcus Moon. Yeah. You know what I mean? You all know who he's?
No.
Oh yeah, he's one of the rulers, the governors, yeah, of the outer district. He's kind of the man in charge, yeah.
Oh.
He has a big gambling operation that I've been known to frequent from time to time, and it would be so much better if I had a partner. And he stops talking audibly and starts talking in your head. Who we could do some damage with.
This is amazing. I love it. I could also look through Mincemeat's eyes at people's cards. Oh, sir, this is my emotional support pigeon dove thing. I really need him for gambling help. He helps me feel better. But I'd put a diamond down, sir, if you'd let him just stay with us. And then we look through his eyes at their cards. And then we win.
And while your eyes are blank, I could be talking in your head
It's
and
very true.
make sure that we're in communication, yeah? You know what I mean?
It's perfect.
Darling,
Yes.
roll a D100.
Ooh!
98.
Bring up bad memories, Darian. Shut up, you're not real.
Watch it.
32.
What's your level?
4.
I was trying to do some math here.
You need the statistics, man.
Yeah. The statistics. Okay.
Statistics
As you're scheming, both of you, and you're feeling this emotion well up in you, like this could work. We could make so much money. I love money. You have this vision in your head.
I love it.
And in this vision, you see a roulette wheel spinning.
Oh, wait, just for the crowd's understanding, when she has a vision, that's so Raven. That's
Yes.
what's happening. It's
Yes. You
the camera zooms in.
Rick is watching her as her attention goes elsewhere.
and she just pauses like a dog that sees something. She doesn't even move. She barely breathes.
Rick sees her.
That's from the outside looking in. From the inside, what she sees is a roulette wheel spinning, and you see cigar smoke in the air, and you hear people talking loudly and cheering, and it smells. You can smell things in your visions. It smells like alcohol, and you see Rika in your dream pulling a big pile of chips towards himself, smiling, and he gives you a wink. And in that instant, you come back to yourself.
It was destined! This is amazing! You are gonna have so much winnings and chips. I just saw it. I just saw this happen.
Yeah, you like the vine, right?
Yeah! The visions, yeah.
Are they
yeah.
always come true? As you've seen them?
So the way that divination magic works for me and for my family and my bloodline is, women in my family tend to be more strongly gifted with it, like naturally. And we can develop and hone that, but the way that divination magic works is you tap into, what the weave is, right? I'm assuming you're aware of the weave.
Yeah.
You tap into the weave, and in a split second, you can see all the strands that make up the weave. And like somebody like at a loom, you can just pick one up and drop it over if you prefer that one happening over the other. Because it's all getting woven together, and it's been woven, and it will be woven together all at the same time. So there's a little tiny channel that you can connect with divination magic if you're gifted or practiced enough, and influence events that you want to happen. But there's also a way to see ahead in the weave. So these visions are kind of possibilities that you can see coming true. So it might not be guaranteed to happen, but I do feel strongly that it will happen.
We should go in right now.
I think so. First, before we go though, the crazy little goblin, half purple, half green.
Zeke, yeah.
That
The
guy?
one that we saved, yeah.
Where is he? Did they put him? Where did they put him?
Oh, I don't know about a room or a hymen.
I don't remember if I know about it.
You wouldn't.
No, come, let's show you.
No, that's what I also say.
Yeah,
Out loud.
you wouldn't.
So Rika kind of walks over
Yep. You
to
go
the
to the
fern, moves it aside, and says, "Do you see the wall?" Yeah.
Oh, it's. Yeah, I see it.
He puts his hand through it.
Oh my God, Rika, your hand fell off.
No. I have penetrated the wall.
Did you ask first?
Is that how it works?
We're going to do our first giveaway
Penetrated.
for the dice. And it's going to be ! Consent. For the dice.
Did
First
you ask
giveaway, which
first?
Carissa came over early today to help package our back-ordered giveaways that some of you have won a lot of stuff. So that's going to be getting in the mail here shortly, and get ready.
It
'Cause
was a lot.
There's a lot of
Frankly,
stuff coming.
embarrassing.
So again, ! Consent. And now we're back at it with his hand in the wall.
I'm just kidding. I know you just put your arm through.
Yeah, so this is the room of a hymen, yeah. A previous wizard learned a spell from Eugene, yeah, who you met, the little battling, yeah. And he had these, like, magical pucks that he put on the wall, yeah, and created this temporal space within the
Whoa.
dimensional planes, yeah. It's like a pocket dimension. And now, Rika walks through entirely. He don't see him for a moment, and then his hand just slowly comes out and...
This little hand at your shin height.
Can I make an Arcana check on this spell?
Yeah, you really need to learn it.
Yep, you really should.
25, I think. 20. Hold on. 25.
What are you looking for? Because you're gonna see it. So
I want to know.
What love is?
He just told me a little bit about how it's made, but I want to know, like, if that gives me any insight on how I could reproduce that, or point me in the direction of where I could learn that kind of a spell.
you would know because you walked into one, the back door through one, and that they got this from Stumpy. That all you got to do is go to Stumpy, Eugene, and he'll teach you how to set it up and use it, and how you will even be able to take over thought ownership of the rumor requirement.
Creative
Because
license will be mine.
The rumor requirement, you have to think it into being when you set it up.
Cool.
So you know that the last wizard they had was Zenthos. So what you see when you walk in is exactly what Zenthos imagined.
And how does that room look?
Huh?
What does that room look like?
So,
But
it's-
describe it to me in the way that a young lady who would frequent Pinterest boards and home design would see it.
it's drab and old and stone.
Bachelor.
And wood,
Oh my god, how sad.
fireplaces, and there's clothes strewn everywhere.
Not
and,
even a sock hamper?
and there's
Oh,
a
have
weapon
mercy.
Wall, a weapon wall on the back with very few weapons in it.
It's just pathetic.
This exposed brick.
I see now why I was meant to come here. The electricity powers off. We didn't pay rent in his mind. He didn't have enough money in his mind palace to pay for utilities. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna step in through. Okay. Cheap paint on the walls. This is Zenthos character. Creative. Do I see the goblins laid out?
You hear the snoring, the same snoring that IL heard, coming from down the hall.
Okay. Rebecca, I have an idea before we go raise hell and make money. Well, first I've been taking notes already. You saw me do that a while ago yesterday on Zeke and what I was taking note of his breathing patterns and his REM activity while he was sleeping. I want to check those notes, but then I also had a thought that I might be able to cast detect thoughts on him and see if we could learn something more about what's going on or what happened to him.
That's a great idea.
I know,
Well,
it's my idea.
brilliant. Let's go do it. I'll help you.
Alright, let's do it.
You go to the room where you hear the snoring, and you see the two goblins sitting there, looking at their friend Zeke, who's just snoring away.
Hi.
Hi.
We're not there.
You guys are gone. We're gonna hop to you guys next. Then.
Okay. Sounds good.
So these are things that are happening
Simultaneously.
simultaneously in unison.
Well, on my way out, I would have told them about all the empty and stuff like that.
Okay.
And full.
You caught them in the kitchen while they
Yeah.
were still
Yeah,
bantering
I
with each
told them
other,
all that stuff that Zeke told
which
them.
is then why she wants to go and maybe detect thoughts to see what the heck's going on in there.
Hi, you two. How are you doing?
I've been better. So is he.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, Rick and I were thinking that maybe there would be something I could do to kind of glimpse into our little, mostly green, somewhat purplish friend here and see if there's some thoughts in his little cute little head that would tell us what's going on in there.
Zeke was always the thinker. So
He does seem like quite a scholar, I
yeah,
have
I mean,
to say.
he was our leader, and
Yeah.
we'd really like him back.
Yeah, I understand that. So, if you could just give me some space here,
Okay.
I'm gonna get set up and...
Oh, mind the vomit.
Oh, prestidigitate.
Oh, I gave that to...
You got a bit of
Rika.
it, though. You didn't scrape the whole thing up, I
Wow.
assume.
Yeah, before she prestidigitates it, she sees what clearly is like a paw mark dragging through it, like a hand through Jello.
Oh, Silly mama, they're savages. Prestidigitate.
And it's gone.
I miss having servants. Okay, if you could just scoot a little over to the left and the right here, just make some room.
Okay, all right.
Brush
Yep.
out my skirts.
right.
Let me see. Get my spell book out. Flip, 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 flip. Glossary. Index.
You
See
don't
page-
have that many
See
spells.
page 20. Oh, God.
Organized
Asterisk
book.
at the bottom. See page 52. Good Lord, I hate it. And this is why I don't take notes when it's late at
Choose
night.
your own adventure book.
I know, right? I take lots of notes about like on everything. And actually, can you make a perception roll?
I can and will.
Okay,
I have,
DM.
I believe I have 2 advantages
Matters now.
left. I'm going to use one. So now I have 1 advantage left.
You have 3.
Oh,
So now
am I
you
down
have
to 2? All right. That's not great. 14.
I have no idea what you're looking for. So I don't know whether to tell you if it succeeds or fails.
He would see, that's actually, I'd say it's significant enough in my book. You would see that there are like years worth of the very cramped script of diary entries. And as I'm flipping through them, you would see that they're written in a very stream of conscious format. So it's not like a recap of the day. It's like, I am doing this, somebody said this, we are doing this. So it's...
Do you write your visions in here?
Oh, well, I mean, sometimes I put my visions in here, but I also just, like, I take notes, because sometimes it gets a little... Things just get a little muddled, so it's good to just have a record of what's actually happening. Just to, like, remember,
Rika would like to insight her motivation here. Like, is there some deeper underlying reason for
Stream
these,
of consciousness?
this copious
Go for it.
amount of notes, especially since she described her family as being uniquely, the women in her family uniquely attuned to the weave and divination.
Go for it.
Ooh.
It's not bad. 26.
What do you say you're trying to
Was
see?
that an intelligence-based check?
That's insight.
Yeah, I mean, you don't buy the reason she gave you for why she does that. It's like uncalled for, the stream of consciousness level of writing and script that she did. There's definitely another reason.
Thank you for the new follow. Appreciate that. Celestic. Rika will listen politely to Darlin, and then he will look to her with a very kind of empathic kind of tone in his eyes.
As you're doing that, Rika is looking at me with a very empathic tone in his eyes.
You say, I'm a healer, of both people's body, and soul and mind. And I will help you however I can.
You should have led with that, damn it! What the hell, Rika? That's what I want you to gamble, and even if you win, I want you to still do that anyway. Do you think you could come back with me to my house at some point? And then, well, I mean, maybe it's not my house. You'd have to go to the sanatorium, but maybe you could come check on my mom with me one time?
Darling, may I touch your shoulder? No, I can't reach. Can I touch your elbow?
I don't know. Dad said not to let men do that. Okay.
I'm reassuring you right now.
You have sweaty hands.
That's what this
I'm very nervous.
Very nervous.
I've not touched a woman like this before.
Digging a hole.
I'm joking.
Your
Yeah.
skin's so smooth. It's the softest
joking.
weenus
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
ever touched.
I'm joking again, yeah. No, but seriously, yeah. You will not go insane. It will not happen. You have been brought into the presence of an acolyte of Selune for a reason, and we will find the answer to your madness.
I'm mad?
No,
Oh shit, it's already started.
not you. Your family's madness, yeah. And what Savos is doing through you, and in you, and around you and about you, we will help to hone and master, so that you do not walk in fear. Yeah, because Selune does not like the path that we walk in fear. Yeah, we walk in confidence and hope. Yeah, knowing that the steps before us are clear, one at a time. You mean?
I was with you until you got religious in the end, and then I got confused. My family doesn't really go to church much. My dad says that the gods are full of hot air, but he always says that when something goes wrong. So I don't know how much he really cares.
And perhaps that is why there is trouble. Yeah. Perhaps that is why there is insanity. Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
I have a whole I was actually trying to write an essay, a thesis on the intersection of divination, magic, and madness, and I was going to use that to try and get some entrance into the Candlekeep Academy, so maybe I could let you read that in my notes, because that's years of study.
I would love to, very much. And I would encourage you to never neglect not only the intersection of the mind and the body, but also of the soul.
Writing this down. I knew I saw you in a vision for a reason.
The mind and the body are complementary, yeah, but you are still missing a key element if you do not include the soul.
Darlin is using Zeke's unconscious head as a table
Yeah,
to write this
got it.
down. Like, feverishly writing.
Yep.
Okay. Pen in that bookmark. Shut. Okay.
Rika will cast guidance on her elbow, and
But only the elbow.
I'll
drop Zeke's thoughts.
And so the two goblins are on the sides of the room, like hugging the walls, like, is this enough space?
Yep, you're good, but stay exactly like that. Do not even breathe. What a gamble.
I'm pretty sure they will.
that's horrible.
You're doing great. Don't.
Rika casts a sleep spell on them both.
All right, now that
Face
they're
first
asleep.
on their beds.
All right, let's do this thing. She goes up
Sleep.
to stand in
Level 2
front,
spell for role playing.
around his head,
Mhm.
Zeke's head, and two fingers on both hands just
Yep.
lightly touches his temples.
Okay, Charles Xavier.
Exactly, that's what we're doing here, but with both. Ooh, twice the manpower. I believe is how that works. And she just begins to utter a magical arcane chant as I cast Detect Thoughts.
Can you perform the
Mhm.
chant?
I want to hear what you're saying.
I concur.
It's something.
Goobledy gooky
Hold on.
gookity gook.
I gotta think of what's a southern song. It's Dolly Parton stumbling out of bed.
Working 9 to 5.
Yeah, that's because it's a waking, waking up, going about your day. That's definitely the somatic, the verbal component.
Okay.
Perfect Dolly Parton.
Dolly
song.
Parton.
That's an interesting incantation.
Always taking in, no giving.
That's exactly what it is.
Crazy if you let it. That's why
Mincemeat's
you
like bobbing, like out of tune on my shoulder.
Rick is just staring up like he sees Dolly Parton.
Yeah. So
Heart of that woman. Please describe her.
I bet you have.
Slowly.
so you do your incantation, Dolly Parton, and you close your eyes, and it's almost like you're soaring through the clouds until you start to get bits and pieces of. Is it a dream or a memory? Is it a nightmare? You see this little goblin, like a picture, being drug across the ground. And in the foreground, you see a familiar fern, one that you walked past. Then the picture moves on, and you see him almost hog-tied, like you would a pig, being carried. Then the picture changes again, and you see him being strapped down on an altar. You can feel the intense fear. It makes you shudder. Your incantation stops now. You're not singing anymore. It got more serious to you. Then you feel a jolt of pain as you see these swirling souls start pouring into Zeke's chest. And it feels like he's having a heart attack. and you just feel this grip in your chest. And then you get this picture of a large creature with malice in its heart, marching forward. It's in the sky. It's marching forward.
Is he thinking at all about what it looks like?
You're now from the perspective of said creature. And it looks down and sees this funnel into a cairn. And it shoves its arm down the funnel. Back to Zeke, the pain increases again as it feels like something's grabbing his heart and trying to rip it out of his body. More pain. The arm, his wrist went down the tunnel, and this is a massive hulking being. It keeps reaching to grab more of the heart. Now his elbow feels like it's in, and then his shoulder. And then it stops. And Rika, at that, you see, I want to say Carissa, you see Darlin kind of rubbing the temples, and she was singing her incantation and stopped, and she starts kind of to shake back and forth and gasp a little bit. And now you start to see Zeke writhe. And you see his chest lift up. And you hear a deep breath. And then you see him reach for her hands and pull them off. And he gets shunted to the top of the ceiling.
Holy cow.
I will... In the midst of this, I don't know if I would have had time to react quickly enough, but he would have immediately sought to himself go into a spiritual perspective on things. And discern if there is anything going on with the shadows and demonic forces about.
So you see the purple side of him looks like it's 5 times the size. Like things are busting out of him. This massive arm, this spectral, swirling, smoky arm. And everything that's purple doesn't look, think like Two-Face. It doesn't look like a goblin. It doesn't look like Zeke. And this eye, this red eye, is staring at you because it knows you can see it and it can see you. And Darlin, you are broken from your spell now. The minute the hands went off, and you see Zeke holding on to the ceiling with one arm and pointing, "Get out!
Ooh.
Get out!" And then he falls down to the bed.
Does Rika have a chance to respond?
Sure.
So Rika, knowing how exorcisms work and having done them previously, does he think that this would be a situation where employing that sort of magic and spiritual focus would be helpful for Zeke?
Yeah. Couldn't
So,
hurt.
so Rika
You're more possessed.
Rika knows that these sorts of encounters are all about exercising authority. And the ritual that was being done to Zeke was being done to overwhelm the authority of his own person, to take his control over his own body. And so seeing this having been done, Rika will respond with a thaumaturgic booming voice as the voice calls to him to get out, he will look at Zeke's body, but really look to the red eye that he sees. And he will say, "No! You must listen now. You have no authority here. Yeah, and you must flee!" And he will cast Dispel Magic, and he will focus the power of Selune and the light through the dispelling burst to sever the connection entirely with the red-eyed creature trying to take
Lord Avarice.
Yeah, I don't think Rika knows that, but he sees that creature and would try to sever that connection.
Did I lose concentration, or did I just get kicked out of Zeke's mind? Because you can still have a passive effect with detect.
You got kicked out of Zeke's mind.
So when he's talking then, because part of what you can do with detect thoughts is detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. So I was wondering if I detect a flash of fear or anything when he says Selune.
Roll.
I don't actually know what I rolled for this.
Give me insight.
I have an advantage, so I'm gonna use that. I said that before I rolled.
Get it?
Wait, can I use lucky?
My thing.
Yeah. Halfling luck.
Better!
Bountiful luck.
Bountiful
There
luck.
we go.
Yep.
There we go. 21. 19 on the die. Oh, thank God.
You don't feel fear. You feel almost annoyance, anger.
Oh, crap.
That's what you feel, darling. You dispel magic, right?
Mhm. Third level spell.
Okay. How does that read, please? Do I have to roll anything, or?
If it's it's supposed to operate against other arcane magic. I'm kind of role playing this
Yeah,
in
exorcism.
an exorcist fashion. So, if it would be a spell above third level, I would have to roll to see if I am strong enough.
I think the spell's definitely above third level.
Okay.
That was done, but you're not going against the whole spell.
Okay.
So.
Does he have to make like a save or something?
That's what I'm trying to. Because I know what you're trying to do, and here's my logic. It was a spell, but the end result is now not a spell.
Right.
So let's roll. I'm just gonna make it a third easier, or 2/3 easier, because of only 1/3 of his body is converted.
Okay. Then I'll roll with advantage.
Yep.
This is my second advantage. I think I have one left. And for Zeke.
Are we doing a roll off? That would be fun.
What am I rolling?
Something that you can use your intelligence.
Okay.
Can I give him?
So we can see if you can keep going towards keen mind.
I'm
Can
not.
I give him exceptional
I'm not
wit?
going to get it, but it's a religion.
Yeah.
And that's an 18.
18. Okay. So, you saw once the chest rose up is where you started to see stuff, and the reason he falls from the ceiling asleep again is because of your dispel magic. So this all happens super quick, and your conversation to the possessing creature, it was like a flurry of hands off, up, get out, fall. And he's unconscious again.
Do I think I was successful in severing the connection?
No, not quite. You severed it in this instance,
Okay.
if that makes sense. There's still connection points, but you stopped this one.
Do I think that I would be able to make it more difficult for this if I can pressed in? All right. Rika will look to Darlin. Yeah. And there's a bit of sweat now that is beginning to gather on his brow, and he said, "Yeah, you want to learn about magic? will teach you something right now. Come here, come here, come here. This is all about how the mind and the body and the soul work together.
Okay, but just to be safe, exceptional wit.
Thank you. Yeah. Put your hand. Rika puts his hand on the heart of Zeke, and his other hand on the head of Zeke. He says, yeah, take your hands and put them over mine. Yeah.
Okay.
And so you do that, and then Rika says, "What? Can you focus with your magic again? Yeah, your detect thoughts."
I'll try.
And
She starts singing Dolly Parton in a very much more scared tone.
at the same time, Rika will again cast Dispel Magic, but this time he will do it in a sort of preventative sense to almost put up a block on whatever connection is there. And he will say, yeah, in the name of Solune, I repel all authority of this demon to interact with my friend Zeke. Yeah, and I declare that you, red-eyed smoke monster, must come through me to get to him. Yeah.
What he said.
And together, ready? We say together, that may the light
May the
protect
light part. One light, two steps behind you.
2, 3, may the
May
light
the light
protect you.
protect you.
Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, and I roll. Yeah.
Yep. Use an advantage.
Crit! Woo! That's the power! Woo! With a gambling team.
And so that's a 20 and over 25 with.
Okay. Add another one to your.
That would be
your,
2 because it's
yes, do it. Keen mind 2.
Did you use advantage that
my
last time?
forehead
You did,
grows.
yeah.
I did. Yeah, that was my last advantage.
The vein in your forehead throbs so mightily that your forehead grows.
So
Dynamic duo.
you
Part
watch
2.
because the third that's over his heart is purple, and you see the left arm start to shake wildly, though Zeke is still asleep. And it starts to shake wildly, and it's trying to reach for your neck, holy man. And you can see on his face, too, the purple start to go backwards. He's turning green again. And as you're doing that, now it's starting to swing at you, the left arm.
If I'm detecting the consciousness, can I cast Mind Spike on it?
Yes.
Okay,
Do
I'm
it.
gonna do that. And he's gonna roll a 4
Okay.
because I saw this
So
coming.
how much damage?
So that's gonna be. Let's roll them. Ooh.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
That is 14 points, but he can't take a reaction, and his next turn he can only choose if he gets a move action or a bonus action.
Okay.
God, I'm trying to like interfere
So
with it.
it was grabbing for you, then swinging, then it stops. And it kind of tenses. It tenses, and now the head, although both eyes asleep or closed, looks at you, and you hear this guttural, "Found another,"
Oh.
and falls limp.
Oh,
completely
man.
green.
I think we won.
look at Manny's face.
And now Zeke stretches.
With a broken arm.
Woo! And he
Darlin says, "It's not working, Rika!" Slaps him away. Oh, are you up?
roll D100.
Why did I give you this power over me?
Wait, you ever turn evil again?
I don't know,
No.
man. Consistency is key, though. Where are my D100s? Hold on.
This
Then
is.
Aiel and Sentry were coming to you after this.
Is that a 14 or a...
Yes.
Yeah, 14.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
only a little evil.
So you slap him, and like Zeke's like, "Oh, what happened?" So well rested. And You slap him, and Rika kind of holds you back, and then you go like, that's a raven again.
Mhm.
And you see in an alleyway a body lifted up off a wall, though there's no body present lifting it. It turns upside down.
Oh my.
Bloody murder is being screamed, and a sword pierces through the side,
Oh.
out. It's just floating. Pierces through the neck, floating, and slashes across the chest numerous times. And the body slumps over, and you see 4, 5, 6 people running away in terror as pools of blood spill out in an alleyway. And 2 for the price of 1, you zap again
Oh no!
to the woods. And it feels serene and calm. You see a tree in a dell, set apart. And you see a creature crawl out from underneath.
The tree?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Comes out from the roots. And then you're back.
I didn't see what kind of creature.
It was like you were bird's eye viewing it.
Mincemeat. Damn it.
This is all good things.
Is it Sai? Is that what Sai's saying?
I love everything
Sai's
about
like, my
this.
life's going really well lately.
Things couldn't get better.
Better.
He's just happy none of the visions were in a bar.
Yeah.
And you come back to it with Rika kind of holding you back and Zeke rubbing his cheek. And unless you have something to add, we're going to jump.
Oh,
then.
just screaming.
Yeah.
Southern. And like Southern dub scream.
Yes. And now we're going to jump to IL and Sentry out on the town.
You're an awesome duo, man.
Cap
That
on.
was great.
Which bar are you making your way to?
I don't know where any of them are, so I go to the closest person in the street and say, "Where's the nearest bar, bro?"
Okay. You see.
So you're
two-
college
You see
Cool.
2 10-year-old girls who are walking back and forth in front of your house, and you go up to them and go, "Yo, bro, where's the closest bar?"
Yep, that's what I do.
Okay. And they turn and run from you. They run to their
Nice
house,
to meet you too.
which is across the street from you, and they run inside, and then you see a window shade peek open, and there are 2 sets of eyes looking just over the windowsill, looking at you.
Was I too scary?
I don't think they have an answer for you. I think we should just keep walking.
Find a grown up and ask him.
Yeah, I
Alright, that
would
makes
imagine
sense,
so.
yeah.
That's
All right, let's go.
So you meander along Dock Street as you're watching ships come in and ships leave, and you hear the hustle and bustle, and you see some sailors who got off the ship that are talking to each other, jingling a coin purse on their hip, and they're pointing towards a well-lit wooden building in the distance. What do your detective skills tell you?
I think that wooden building over there is a place where you spend money, so I'm gonna go there.
all right. I
Because
mean, we
they're-
could always ask them sailors right there where the
We
nearest
could.
bar is.
But I think I already figured it out.
I'll follow your lead.
Yeah, let's go.
How much money do you have?
Way too much. None that I'll be bartering with right now. I have 1,039 and a diamond or a
Because
platinum.
you picked up
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
cacophony stuff.
So
So do you follow the 3 sailors that are walking towards a well-lit building?
Oh yeah.
do you have your bubble pipe out?
I like that we burned all of them. I have no more second level.
I used 2/3 levels in 1 second.
I used all my second level.
Good. Good.
Oh, and important. I gotta
So,
mark that off.
Yeah.
as you're walking towards this building, do you want to make any perception checks?
Oh yeah. I
Okay.
want to know what building I'm walking into.
Okay, perceive.
Perceive.
Nice.
17.
That's enough. You see this well-lit building is bathed in red light. And there are half-naked women in the windows, inviting you in.
He goes, it must be cold.
What?
It was 22.
Okay.
What does he see about those women, Jake?
He sees that they're naked. It does nothing for him because he likes a little more fur on his gal.
I mean, it makes sense.
And
You're furry.
you, with your 22, you definitely know that these sailors are going to a brothel.
Ah.
But
Do you know what a brothel is?
Does
Does IL know what a brothel is?
Matt!
This is not the
Matt,
time.
answer the
It is talk.
you're wrong for
Father,
told me what you were
speaking to
doing. You've decided.
No,
I
I'm-
figured it out. I'm following these sailors.
I am
who are
going
jingling
in.
their coin bird.
He's never
That's
any,
what they're jingling.
He's never read any stories like this. But yeah, he's going in there.
he know what a brothel is?
No, he's only been in a tavern once, and he went in naked after.
So he thinks it's a
Wait, are
tavern.
you naked now?
You think
No.
it's a tavern?
No,
he's
I
got
have
his-
like a little
He's got
cloth.
He
his
has a hat
hood
on.
and
I have
stuff.
a hat and a
His
cloth.
bubble
Yeah,
pipe.
and his
That's it.
bubble pipe.
Yep, that's it.
Walking into a brothel.
So
I'm here.
IL is going to
It
learn
is I.
today.
No, actually, he's never even been in a tavern. He's dreamed of being in a tavern in one of his dreams.
So you see these two sailors walk in. The door closes. You approach the door with your metal man.
Who's also completely
Is there anyone at the
ignorant
door who's like letting someone in or something like that?
You
Or-
got to knock.
Oh,
There's no one there. But
so
you-
I see those guys walk in and it's like, all right, guess I just do what they did, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
can't go,
think you
can't
should
go
knock.
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Does
knock. Go ahead.
IL ask for a number like a deli?
You knock. You see a slat open. And then you see one lower open. And you see eyes just oogle you in both directions.
Well, that's good. That could have been a whole lot worse.
You see the slots close, and you hear the door unlock. And you see a half-naked lady do what Ricka did to Darlin. Come in. Oh, hello, honey. Come on in.
What? Thank you. That was very nice. These people are so nice. Let's go in.
I agree with you for once. These people are really nice.
These are good people.
These are good people.
Good people.
Is Rubius in there?
Yeah. He's in the corner.
I
of the
woke
booth.
up here.
What was her name? What was
Ray, wasn't it?
Lady Ray?
Lady Ray.
Lady
Lady
Ray.
Ray.
So as you're walking in, Lady Ray franchised.
Now they have legal protections. Good for them.
And you see the sign that says Ray of the Night. And you walk in.
All right, walk in. What do I see? Do I make another perception?
You see a lot of rooms. Yeah, you don't even have to make a perception check. Your eyes work. You see a lot of rooms with doors closed, and above them is either a red light that's on, a red candle that's lit, or an unlit candle. And you see basically a hostess at the front desk. So, how can I help you, honey? Do you need a drink?
Do you have any water?
Water.
You believe this guy? We don't have any water. We have harder things.
Harder things.
I say you get him a harder thing.
I was hoping he could give me one.
Oh,
Oh no, he's a softie.
That is unfortunate. So do you just want to talk for an hour or something, or?
That's kind of why we're here,
What
I
else
think, right?
do you do? What? Actually, can you?
Love
What are the red lights and green lights? What is all that about?
And the 1, 2, 3s.
And the buy one get one free special.
Do you know where you are?
Well, I saw these three dudes, coin purses,
Those weren't
and
our
you know
coins.
this
And
is my world's greatest detective hat here.
I've noticed.
If you say that, yeah, it's pretty nice.
I love the bubble pipe. Dear.
Thank you.
Oh.
And
Could I give it?
Yes!
Could I give it a blow?
There it is.
sure, I mean, it works pretty good. Here you go.
Works pretty good.
Do either of you understand where you are?
All I know is you got some good deals, but I don't know why I'm what.
Yeah. What do you buy here other than harder things?
What do you buy?
He's read a few books.
Fancy crew.
How about I show you the wares, huh? Kristen, Amber, Jezebel, come on out.
Of course.
Yeah.
Perfect names.
Franklin? Franklin, come on out too.
I mean, we're kind of looking to question people, all right? I mean, this is where we're going.
I mean, I guess this is what we're supposed to.
I don't know.
And you see 3 sultry-looking females and 1 strapping young man come out and give you doomy eyes.
Are they all naked?
Do we?
They're mostly naked.
Doomy-
Their bits are covered up.
Well, I will tell you one thing. This is the closest place I've been to where they're dressing almost like back home.
I'm gonna ask one more time. These are our wares. These people. Are you here for a good time, or are you just here to cost me money?
Good time.
I don't really know what he's
What,
here for, but I'll give you a
good time.
piece.
I love good times.
special.
Like,
What's the appetizer
What's the soup today? What's the soup of today?
Okay, Francine, get in here.
what's a good
And
time?
you see this large woman, fully
Yes.
clothed, walk in.
What seems to be the problem, boss?
Aiel, I think that's the one you're looking for. He puts out a gold piece, pushes it to the woman, and says, Aiel, I think this is who you're looking for.
You're just the person we had in
me?
mind. when
That's
we
for
walked
you,
in here.
Aiel. You question her with all your book knowledge, and you report back to me after you're the world's greatest detective.
Okay,
and
we're
you let
gonna
me
go
know.
outside for a little chat.
There you go.
You're scaring the paying customers.
There you go. Check out her wares.
Where? What paying customers?
The rooms with the red lights. People come here to have sex for money.
Oh,
Artist
why do
office.
you need to pay?
You should ask them.
They didn't take the lucky feet.
Oh, back.
Okay, so let's move along.
Got it. So you don't talk here. That's my bad. I'm new to like everything.
Okay, be new somewhere else.
That makes sense.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. It's closing time. Semisonic. 1997.
Not really about bars.
Oh, do you know where a tavern might be?
This man.
Next door.
Oh,
You'll see Elf Song Tavern next door.
thank you, large woman. Have a great
Name's
day.
Francine.
Thank you, Francine. I appreciate it.
All right, get the hell out of here, kid.
She kind of gives you like that bucko kind of fist on the
Chin.
chin.
She punches you in the face.
And you guys leave Ray of the Night.
Well, that was an interesting
I was just about to
experience.
say the same thing. That was quite different. I wasn't quite sure what to make of that.
Who do you think goes here other than sailors?
I don't know.
Like back home, you fought another dude for a girl and you took her and that was it.
I don't know.
Oh,
You guys
God.
wrestle
Consent
naked, so
giveaway. Let's
whoa.
go.
Good idea. We are going to do our next dice giveaway.
How is it consent is still important?
No means yes.
Even in Theros.
We're gonna do this one exclamation point Lady Rays. LadyRays.
I don't know. When we talked, it was Lady Ways.
All right, so I head over to the tavern.
And you walk over to the tavern and it has those saloon type doors and you push them in.
Nope.
Okay.
I knock.
You knock on the saloon type doors
Yes,
and
I
on
do.
each knock they swing open, come back, swing open, come back, swing open, come back.
Yeah, I think it's trying to eat you.
It's for dramatic effect. See now, watch, just like the books.
He kicks the doors open, and everyone just turns around like a pin can drop right now. All of the chatter stops. They turn around.
He takes a big old whiff out of his bubble pipe.
Sentry turns around.
Okay.
Back to IL.
Okay. And you hear some guy in the corner go, "It ain't payday! Calm down!" And then
Nice.
everyone gets back to drinking and talking.
That was for dramatic effect. Now everyone knows I'm here. That's important.
I don't think anybody here cares.
Oh,
should
no,
probably-
that's the point. They don't need to until they know who I am. All right. Now he looks for any shady figures in any dark corners.
There are 4 corners to look in.
Mm-hmm.
Give
I'll
me,
look at all 4.
give me 4 perception checks.
4 perception. Wow. All right.
I wish I could have a vision right now of exactly what's going to happen.
First
to him.
one
How
is
funny would
thank
that
you.
be?
I appreciate that. So first one's gonna be 24.
Okay. The
Second one's gonna be
northeast corner,
18.
The
Third-
southeast. 24 in the northeast corner. 18 on the
Yeah.
southeast
The
corner.
next one is 13,
Southwest corner.
and the last one. Ooh, that one's a 5.
So, the whole left side of the bar of the room, which has this beautiful oaken wooden bar running along with some brass kick rails on the bottom, nothing at all on that side looks shady to you. Nothing at all. Even the entrance to the underground with 2 shady-looking individuals guarding it does not look shady to you. With that 13 and your 5.
I'm having PTSD right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But on the right corner,
My
The
25 and
northeast?
18.
the northeast and the southeast. In the northeast, you see a table of what you would swear are unsavory types. Hoods up, talking around quietly to each other, occasionally looking up and coming back, talking around a candle. In the southeast corner, you see... Oh boy. In the southeast corner, you see one guy sitting, smoking a cigar. All you can see is the glow of the cigar. You can't even see his face with his hood up. Which corner do you go to?
Well, first I walk up to the bartender
Okay.
before I go to the corners.
Hey, how are you? How can I help you?
Doing good, I'm doing good. So, like, can I have some hard stuff?
We have ale.
Alright. Can you send an ale with my money to that table over there?
Which one? The one on the far right?
The one with the dude who's smoking the cigar.
Oh.
You have no gold.
Yeah!
That's why I brought him.
This is, by the way, this is the bartender Muggsy. He's an elf.
We met him.
I didn't follow IL to the bar.
You're outside, right?
I would follow him once he actually went to inn, but I wouldn't stay right behind him. I'm
Gotcha.
kind of just perusing around,
Gotcha. You're just
watching him
scanning
from a
people.
You're like
distance.
you went
Predator
into
style.
Roomba.
Yeah, yeah. I just
bumping
bump
into
into
walls.
No,
Cleaning up spills.
because he didn't communicate right with. I don't see anything that's going on.
Nope.
I just see
You're
him
just
sitting
looking
at the
at
bar,
things.
and I'm just kind of walking around, just kind of. I know he doesn't, he has
Yeah.
to leave the front door, so I'm just kind
Yes.
of watching him.
So, I forgot.
So you're broke.
Muggsy has more of a 1920s gangster voice. Yeah. So, you want me to send one to that guy over there? See?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be 2 gold. See?
Alright. Sounds good.
Right now. See?
The
Let me-
barmaid's name was Jezebel, so does she...
Yeah. She
Moonlights.
moonlights.
There's a door in between.
They're double timing.
Dude,
needs
that's a
some extra
busy life,
cash.
man.
I'll be right back for that. I walk over to Sentry. Sentry, do you have anything? Apparently you're supposed to buy stuff from the bar.
As he chews on a gold coin.
Nope, no idea what you're talking about.
Do you know how to? And he said 2 gold. Do you have 2 gold?
He spits out 2 pieces of gold.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
Right in each hand. Sparkling clean.
Yeah, and then he just.
There's no saliva.
I don't have saliva.
Oh, that's right.
But you
I
do
forgot
have
about
He's
that.
full
you
of
have
WD-40.
goblin vomit though.
But that's
inside you.
inside. That's inside me. That's
And you were
that's in a different compartment.
Oh,
Thank
great.
you very
go
much.
back to Muggsy, who was waiting on someone. I'll be with you in a second. See, and he's pouring something, slides it magically down this massively long wooden bar top, hits a hand. That person drinks the cosmopolitan
just
with
like-
their pinky up.
I'll have to
So,
order that.
an ale for
That
Phil
was
in the corner.
so cool. Oh, you said his name's Phil?
Philip.
Philip.
Yeah.
Phil up or Phil ip?
You can call him either one.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You won't be upset?
No.
No? Alright. Well, here is your, 2 gold.
Pockets it, fills you up an ale, and gives it to a different barkeep because Jezebel is working her other job. And you see her walk it through the crowd over, and you see her bend over and hand it to Phil, and Phil looks up. You still don't see his face. Puts his cigar down, grabs it, looks over, lifts the mug, and drinks. And he stays there in the corner.
Okay. Alright, now that I bought him the drink, I can now go over and talk to the man.
To that man over there that you just
His
bought the drink
name
for?
is Philip or Philip?
I think it's Philip.
Philippe.
Felipe.
Maybe it's that one too. We're gonna find out, man.
Just call him Mr. P.
Yeah, I want you to stand a little bit, like, not too close to me, but close enough to hear a conversation.
As he's talking, he's just gonna walk.
Okay.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. All right, so
You
In,
work your
in
way through.
earshot.
walk over to Philip.
Mm-hmm. Still don't see a face.
Okay. Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
Damn.
Do you do that thing where you gotta like put your hand down, then you just move your hair?
So, how's the ale?
How was that
And,
game last night?
Is it pronounced Phil-ip or Phil-up? Oh, man.
Yeah, you just finally got that.
And you see him start signing to you in ASL, which I can't do other than that. And you realize that
He says this.
Philip is deaf.
1 second, Philip. Would you write stuff down on a piece of paper if I gave it to you?
Does Sentry
Maybe.
see all this?
Maybe.
He's saying he doesn't understand what you're saying.
Ah, okay. Sentry, come here, bro.
Sentry's gonna walk over.
You got a piece of paper?
What do you need a piece of paper for?
Well, do you have it?
I don't have a piece of paper.
Why would you have
Why would I have a piece of paper? I'm not a freaking printer. Can I?
He starts
ink
making
glow flashing in his eyes?
See?
Glow
You see me
place
like?
filter cartridge.
Fine. Do you have a parchment?
Hold on. I think I can.
Didn't you pick up all of
Damn it,
Cacophony's
Hey,
you
stuff?
printers?
hold
that was
up,
me.
sir.
He's
Is
got
there a
gold.
reason you can't communicate with IL here? So he's gonna message him in his head. Is this better?
That was
Message is
awesome.
not telepathic. It still requires it's
Ah,
basically a
you're
whisper.
right.
Great idea.
That was a
It's
great
not? I
idea.
thought you whisper and it telepathically is heard.
It's
No.
It's only a
It's like a
whisper.
whisper.
it's heard
Yeah.
like a whisper.
so
It's
you
heard
just
like
see
a
the
whisper.
words like sliding off.
Ricka, we need you.
Detect thoughts would have been
Great
useful here. huh?
idea. And he just goes,
Too bad.
picks up his cigar, blows smoke out.
Well,
Sentry makes Sentry makes a heart with it real quick. Pulls his finger down. The circle is a heart.
Dude points at Lady Ray. He's like, no, wrong room. It's over there.
Well,
He picks up the beer again, raises it to you, takes another sip, rubs his tummy, gives you a thumbs up. Pulls back his hood. You just see a human. Human who's missing an ear and has a scar across the other.
You weren't a boxer, were you? Oh, okay.
This is the best interrogation that's
Yes.
ever happened. And they continue to ask him
I
questions.
know. It's
I feel like
Wonderful.
we're hitting a dead end here.
no, I know this guy knows things. We just have to be able to talk to him.
I feel like you're a detective. I feel like you need to read a couple different volumes of detective book to get to the bottom of this.
What would Nancy Drew have done?
I love that we settled on Nancy Drew.
Let me. I go to Muggsy.
Role model.
You walk back to the bar.
Yeah.
Go to Muggsy.
Muggsy, do you have do you have a writing stone I can write on paper with?
I have parchment and ink.
Can I have that, please?
He only has an Etch-a-Sketch.
The sentry cracks his knuckles. I got this.
That'll be 5
like
gold.
Yeah, the full.
To write things?
Parchment and ink.
I use this to get orders.
Oh, okay. I'll be right back again.
See you guys.
I go to you. I have 5 gold.
This is getting expensive now.
That's so great.
There's no price on knowledge.
Well, right as we stand right now, you owe me 2 gold.
About to be 7 if my math if my math is correct.
If my math
is correct.
He's running low on fingers there. You better be careful.
He's like,
He's only got 3 more gold left.
No, toes. He doesn't have any shoes on.
why don't you just go grab some toilet paper?
We don't have ink then.
Well,
That's a good point. Ask him if you can borrow the pen, and we don't have to use his paper, and maybe that'll cut the cost a little bit. 5 gold for some pen and paper is a little steep. You just bought an ale for $2 or 2 gold.
I walk over to Muggsy. So my friend over there who's paying for everything.
Wait, hold on. Sentry's gonna walk up to Muggsy.
Middleman, how are ya?
Hey, sir, can I have that receipt from his purchase of ale?
Yes! You genius!
We don't do that here. Here, hands it to you.
Perfect. Matter of fact, can I have a pen? I just gotta write something down real
It'll cost you
quick.
5 gold.
You gotta write the tip on it.
I gotta write a tip. Yeah, I gotta sign my signature.
Uh-huh.
How am I supposed to sign for my purchase?
Fine, go talk to Philip.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna take this pen. I'll be right back. Here you go, IL.
Thank you, sir.
For free.
Thus invented the rest practice of chaining the
you are
pen.
genius.
That's where it comes from.
Indeed.
So I write really tiny because this receipt's probably like
Whiskey.
this big.
Okay,
It's like
what do you write? Philip sees you come over, raises the drink, drinks it, rubs his tummy, gives you a thumbs up again.
I write. Do you know who Nine
Muffin Man
Fingers? Do you know who Nine Fingers? Who is competing for 9 figures? And I slide on it. And I look both ways.
Who is competing for 9 fingers? Most people have 10.
We could have just said that. Why are we writing down the question?
Because he's gonna write back.
Well, we have limited paper.
I know. That's why I wrote small.
You know how much ale we're gonna have to buy to get to the bottom of this?
The scribbling away, and he hands you it back. And you see 9 Fingers is dead. That's all I heard. Ha ha.
Winky
you
face.
Well done,
You
Jack.
see him like when you pull it down, he's got a shit-eating grin on.
So we're exercising
That
a
was
demon.
awesome.
They're spending money on gold for
Awesome.
receipt paper. This party has some duality to it.
He takes the paper back, starts scribbling on it again, hands it to you.
Everyone's impulse control.
Sentry's gonna look at him and go, "No, no."
Single.
It's small.
Yes.
Hands it to you,
Okay.
and you read the note, and it says, I got out of that life a long time ago, but you should have talked to that other table that left while you were talking to me.
Oh no!
Take the
You take the paper, he hands you the quill.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll ask the question.
Directly. What life?
Oh,
And I slide him the paper.
What life?
What life?
What life?
What life
did you
was-
leave?
Now hold on there.
Here's
Something buried
here's
here.
what he does. He points over there. Do you look?
Yeah.
He stealthily takes your coin purse, your empty coin purse off your hip.
Oh.
And then he goes, and he hands it back to you.
Oh, thanks, bro.
That's wonderful.
Sentry's just gonna boom to the back of the head.
Oh, he was obviously nice. I must have dropped it.
He just took it from you, Iael.
No.
That's the Iael. Iael.
The betrayal!
Iael, 2 plus 2. That's the life he used to have. He was a pickpocket.
Oh.
I think mincemeat is smarter than you.
I think this is the best ever.
Flawless.
All right. I write down, thank you. And then I give him it. What is he, like, nod or something?
Thumbs up.
And then on the back of it, I flip it and I say,
Incredible.
do you know where I can find anything about Nine Fingers or the people that were sitting on that table?
Reads it.
He's got like half the back left.
And he looks behind him to see if anyone's looking. Looks around you.
This is very tender friendship music.
He takes the quill and he starts to write.
As he's writing, though, can we revisit something? Is he deaf or mute? Because at this point, I'm confused. Because you said deaf.
What did I
He's
say?
both
said
deaf
deaf?
and mute.
But he hasn't talked.
Yeah.
But he can't hear?
Correct.
Okay, so he's both.
I could do a Helen Keller, but that could
Okay.
also be insensitive,
Okay.
which is why I haven't done that.
What? Sigh.
Well, that's what I was trying to
The
figure out.
most
'cause he's deaf
insensitive
and
person
mute.
here.
He's deaf. I'm choosing. Jake is choosing not to
Do that, yeah.
To do that.
To make him mute as well.
Sure. He's deaf and mute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he couldn't hear the question.
Well, that's why I was.
That's why he
I
was
ask-
writing
That's
it.
why I was asking because I kept getting on IL for writing the question. But when
He's
you
not
said
blind.
he's deaf,
He's not blind.
he's not blind. Okay.
He's deaf. He
Okay.
can't hear, which
And
is
he-
why he doesn't bother talking.
Okay.
Because he can't hear himself talk.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Yep.
I just wanted to iron out those details.
Good. Got it. He wrote down. He said, and on here, he says, check 3 places. The docks at night, the outer city, MM.
Are anyone writing this down?
I probably
I'm gonna
should.
take the note and
It's
give
all
it
here.
to someone.
Okay. But someone should still actually write it. Like
Start over.
the
Yeah,
docks
thank you.
at night. 1, 2. In the outer city, M.
Marcus Moon.
Yes. underground. And when he can tell you got to the third one, he starts pointing at the two guys guarding the underground, like subtly.
I have this strange desire to go confront these men. That was a big hit, wasn't it? That was bubbly.
Yeah. So you see Philip go mimicking for you to get the heck out of here. You've spoken to a deaf man too much.
Does he write, "Do you like me, yes or no," in the last bit of space he has on the receipt paper? Smiley face heart.
I take the 5 gold from you that was supposed to be given to the quill, and I give it to
Philip?
Yeah, to Philip.
Philip takes it, puts it in his pocket.
And then I write, "Thank you for giving my coin purse back." And then I give it to him.
And he reads it, and he goes, and he stands up, slides his chair into the table, and he walks out of Elsong Tavern.
All right. Now let's go to the place he pointed.
After you.
You guys walk across the bar towards the bar again.
Bring them together, Jake.
And you are met with 2 guards guarding what looks to be a cellar door.
What do you want?
Can I go in there?
Tread carefully here.
Do you have the right currency?
See, this is where it all
We
went
talking gold?
Stop it. Nope.
What currency then?
If you don't know, you can't come in.
Spin move.
Is it please? Is it the magic word?
Because I told you that was the spell I taught you. Was please and thank you.
Is it please?
No.
4th level.
It's physical currency.
Oh, like the place over.
He's going through puberty. He has a moment.
No. Now you see the other guard step in because he can see his buddy getting frustrated. No. Calm down, Fred. They don't know any better.
I can't believe. No. You need to go and get Sea Isle sand dollars. Or Sea Tower sand dollars.
Oh.
2 of them.
Not Sea Isle City.
One gets you in, one gets you out. If you don't have that, you don't get in here. Do you have that?
Yeah. Do you have that?
Do you have that?
I have plenty of them. I'm the one that collects it.
Can I buy one off of you?
Can I have 2?
You cannot buy it.
Actually, can I have 4?
What are you willing to do?
It's group.
Anything.
You don't
You
say.
want.
I don't share the same level of. There's a limit to what you can do.
A vacancy opens in Lady Ray's for the 2 of you.
There's a job we could use you for.
Okay.
What?
Sure, I like jobs. Are we rebuilding a house for the homeless?
You may be making someone a widow.
What do you say?
I don't mind doing that kind of job.
You said you'd do anything.
Asterisk.
How
A
far do you
widow?
want to go?
What's a widow?
IL, just nod your head and say, let's just do it.
All right, yeah.
You're horrible.
What's a widow though?
It's
Is it a bird that humans like?
It's a type of spider.
Yes, it's a bird. It's a bird that lost its mate. You're gonna make sure it loses its mate.
I can kill a bird. That's easy.
He reaches into his back pocket and he hands you an envelope. Come back upon completion and you'll have 4 sand dollars.
Okay. That's it.
That's it.
Is the job described in here?
Everything's described in there.
Cedric's
He
gonna
opens
take
up the letter and starts
okay.
reading it right there.
You don't read that here. Get out of here.
Oh, not here.
Outside.
Outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I come back in after?
Can I come back in after I read it if I have any questions?
There are no questions that will be answered. They're all in the letter.
I don't know. I can ask some pretty good questions.
I won't answer.
Okay. All right. You ready? Let's go read this thing.
I agree. Let's read this. But before we go,
Unbelievable.
how many jobs will we need to get 12 sand dollars?
He's pointing out now. I said no more answers.
All right, well, we're going to leave here, IAL.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And then we go out, and then I tell him,
I read the letter.
we conned him. This is good info.
I
We're
love
gonna
it.
bring this to someone who, like, what if we bring this to police? We'll be heroes.
Or you can go chase some birds.
Bro, I was acting dumb there. I obviously knew what a widow was.
Oh, that's acting? That was really good, IAL.
And that's where we're going to end that scene.
And so closes the best half hour we've ever had on this podcast.
That is where we're going to end that scene. You are outside talking underneath a street lamp outside of Elf Song Tavern. Meanwhile, Rika and Darlin
Unbelievable. We're like, ah!
cast out some spirit, and we're going to end tonight by hopping back to Darian and Paz talking about arson.
We have 3 homos already.
So Darian would say, well, if you give me a minute, I can dress like a lamplighter and steal some of the oil from the lamps, and we can pour some on the corner of the shed and set it on fire. What do you think?
I love it. but hold on a sec. He's going to go over to the well, and he's going to throw a rock in.
So you're going to walk back towards the brownstone,
Yep.
into the yard to throw a rock into the well. Okay.
Go over the fence.
Yep.
Go over and throw a rock in.
Yep.
What do I hear?
Or, no, that was a terrible sound. I can't
He
make
hit a car.
Yeah.
throwing stones up there. You hear the splash of water. It's terrible.
What is it like?
Yeah, you hear the splash of water.
Frozen water?
I go back to him.
You
Well,
walk back 100 feet back.
Yep. That didn't go as planned. I was hoping not to hear anything. That would just possibly be another entrance. I'm not ready to set this on fire yet,
All right.
but I still want to go knock on the front door.
Do you want to do that as a team, or you want me to back you up from a distance?
What do you recommend?
Well,
Are you guys
they know
walking,
your
or
face.
Are you
No, we're bickering right there.
Well, 100 feet away, right?
Can you turn into a woman and we just start fighting? Like,
Yes.
no, not physical fighting, but like
He's-
you're
he's-
totally bitching at me
horizontal
for
Yes.
drinking too much.
He snaps his fingers, and he is a an elf woman.
Okay.
And he's saying under his breath, because he wants to keep it low, well, they know your face. I can disguise myself and see who's at the door, and it wouldn't incriminate me at all, because they would never know who I am.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
No, I think you should burn it down.
You're 100 feet away. You turned into an elf woman.
And he's gonna stay there, and you wait for me in the shadows.
So you peel off into a side little alley, and you just get into a good position where you know you're covered by darkness, and you can see out. And you start walking across this little town square from where you were, real tiny square. You start walking past a fountain,
Okay.
and
He tosses a silver in as he goes.
Out of the night, you get drilled in the back
Okay.
by an arrow.
Oh crap!
Oh,
This took a turn.
what?
Yeah, seriously. Okay.
And in an instant, you drop your disguise.
Interesting.
So wait,
Okay. So
Does
it's a
the
magical
arrow
arrow.
make him drop the disguise?
It does.
and
Nice.
where did that arrow come from?
Dude,
That
that's an
arrow
arrow
came
drop
from-
disguise.
That's a
A rooftop.
something arrow. That's a
A
unique
rooftop
arrow.
or
Dang.
this rooftop?
Arrow
A
of
rooftop.
Darien drop disguise. Any person named
A
Darien.
dispel
who gets hit
magic
with
drop.
that arrow.
Dispel magic arrow, maybe.
No, it's a Darien
Hey,
disguise.
something
drop
like
arrow.
that.
Specifically.
Well, your
Specific.
invocation, you are casting a spell on yourself.
Yes.
So it would have to be something
Yeah.
like that.
It's a
Yeah.
Darien Barrow. Sorry.
That's horrible. That's awesome.
You take 6, 12, 18.
Oh,
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh, no.
2,
This has to be an assassin arrow.
26.
Oh!
26 points of damage.
Okay.
Is there a con save with that?
Yes.
Con save?
Yeah.
I just am figuring.
Questions lead to ideas.
23.
You pass. So the paralyzing agent
Okay.
that was on the tip of the arrow,
Doesn't work.
you fight it off. But you get drilled with one. And then you see
Usually that only happens at late
out of
days.
behind a pillar 1, 2,
Oh shoot!
3, 4,
Oh my gosh!
5,
You're
It's
in danger.
ninjas.
Yeah.
6 rogue-like individuals show up. You see all this.
Darian.
I run. No, my kid.
Well, does Darian have a free action at all?
You're not up yet. This is still the surprise round.
Oh,
All right.
you mean they're gonna drill him even more?
Yeah. So, Darlin,
Oh, you're gonna.
So what
get
character were you
killed.
thinking for like next week?
Darlin, when you had your vision, how many people were running away?
Hold on.
Darling, think about this carefully.
Oh wait, it's up to me. I thought you were asking if I took that down. How many people were running away? I saw.
That many.
No, I saw. No. No.
Uh-huh.
2 Darien and.
It was actually less than
shaped
that.
people. No. How many are up there?
6.
6. Okay, I saw 5 running away.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
you did. Yeah, you did.
Mhm.
So, this one throws a dagger at you.
Oh
Mhm.
man, I think you're gonna die.
19.
19 hits, yeah.
Did
Okay.
they all just like appear out of the darkness around this or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, so there's like offshoot alleyways. It's like a square that, it's like a tributary that other roadways and alleyways lead into. And there's things that people could be hiding behind. So,
Columns.
yes, I'm, in my mind, column, 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 column.
Yep.
Roadway, 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 roadway.
Alley,
tall
alley, alley, alley.
thing. There's more stuff off map that they're coming from.
And how far away is Paz?
Paz is 20 feet away, we'll call it. So the dagger is thrown at you, and it does 9 points of damage. That was this one. This one missed.
Okay.
This one runs up to you. Misses. Takes a swipe at you, and you're staggering, and it thinks you're going to be standing more vertical. It doesn't know you got hit that hard.
Mm-hmm.
Swings and misses. Offhand attack. 17?
It meets.
That meets. So this is half damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for you. 5
5
points. of
halved?
damage. I already halved it.
Okay.
This one throws a dagger at you. Misses. This one throws a dagger at you. Ooh, that's an 18 on the die.
That'll hit. Solid hit.
Do you have lucky though?
No, I don't have lucky.
Did I thought
7
you-
points of
oh, you get
damage.
it, Okay.
Oh,
7 points of damage.
Yep.
Oops.
And this one climbs up and jumps on top of you with 2 daggers out.
Please miss.
One's a 19 on the die,
Yeah, you did.
and the other's a 1.
Okay. Does he stab himself first or after he stabs me?
So when he is
He breaks
climbing
his
up there
bowstring,
to
man.
jump on you, he drops his left dagger, so he only can stab you with 1.
Okay.
And you take 4 points of damage.
Oh,
That will do it!
sucks.
I am at 0.
So you go down.
Damn.
Paz, what do you do?
I run forward. I slam my shield down closer. Try and get as many within 15 feet.
Where?
That's gonna be by 1 point.
You have a cone you're going on
Can
here?
I go?
Surprise
Can I get
attack, yeah.
these 3 over here?
You want these?
Yeah. So if can I get 15 feet of them?
Yeah, without hitting Darian, obviously.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can get
No.
these 3. Are you
I
going
slam my
Thunder Wave?
shield down and thunder wave.
Okay. Do I have to roll a save?
Yes. Con save.
Okay. First one, yellow-haired guy.
Remember, you have a lot of advantages.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna use one.
What the?
First one, 15.
You'd rather have him use them on saves than on attack.
15. Does that pass?
I'll let you know when you're done. No, I'm kidding. Yes, it passes.
So pass. This one. Oh no, this one. Yeah. Sorry, that one. Advantage as well. 15 again.
Oh, advantage. Did you do two
He just used
advantages?
two
I did use
advantages.
2. I'm gonna use my third one on this one,
Wow.
and that one fails. Fail. Pass. Pass. Roll your damage.
How many does he have left?
I have
He has
8.
9. Oh, 8. Yeah, you're right. 8.
After
Don't
using
worry.
3?
Yep.
Okay.
6.
I think he
6
wants to put us
points of
down.
damage. So this one pass takes 3. What happens if they fail? Do they fall?
They move back 10 feet.
Okay. Yoink. Yoink. And now they're looking at you, Paz.
Which, I'm just curious.
Yep.
Don't worry, guys. I did
Which
see 5 running away.
Was it clear to Paz which one shot the arrow or the bolt?
None of these have ranged weapons.
Yeah, it's
Gosh
somebody
darn it.
else.
It was the one that was on the roof that neither of you rolled high
Sure.
enough
Yeah.
on the
Oh,
brownstone.
darn.
Of course. All right.
If you would have, you needed a 15 on your perception, and I think you rolled an 11.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then his perception was going towards the well.
How close is the from a geographic standpoint? How close is the brownstone to our Dock Street home?
Because I did see a
A
vision
couple
of this.
blocks.
So it is relatively close.
Yeah, you could get there in probably like
Half hour walk.
no, it's shorter
Less.
than that. Like we're talking a couple of blocks. Like if you ran to get there, probably take you like
5 minutes, right?
Okay.
If you walked, we're talking like 15 minutes.
Mhm,
All
okay.
right. So maybe like a mile.
Sure. If you could keep a 5-minute mile.
Which Rika cannot, for sure.
Don't underestimate his stamina.
I don't know. Have you seen his strength though?
Yeah.
This
seriously.
little guy can do a lot, so maybe he can.
He's got
It's
massive,
strength, it's stamina, Jake.
pent-up energy.
That would be
massive
like,
calves.
So
I know where you're going with that.
Paz, first,
I'm going to.
Totally hasted.
you used your thunder wave,
I know, but I
Your
have 2
detriment.
spell slots, right?
but you can't do 2 spells at once. So a spell ends your action.
What if by bonus action?
You can't use a bonus action spell.
What about a cantrip?
I think.
If it's a
because
bonus
you have-
action
you
cantrip,
have to
you
make a
can.
physical attack to then do a bonus action.
Can't he action
cantrip.
surge spell?
You could action surge a spell. Do you want to do that?
You
That's
can
what I
do
just
that?
asked, right?
Action surge
No,
is different
action
than
surge is-
bonus. So
so-
action surge.
I'm
It's a
sorry.
limited
It's one of your
resource.
class abilities. Yep.
So that's what I'm sorry. That's what I meant.
Yes. Okay. Fine. You can action surge a spell.
All right, I'm gonna do thunder wave again.
Okay. You going for these 3 again?
Did you use all your movement?
You have call it 5 more because you came from behind this pillar.
Let me go at these 2 to push them.
You want to
back.
go?
Is there
these
any
2?
way? Is there any way that I can get all 3 of them? This one,
This one?
yeah.
You
Darian's
get me
right
too.
there. You're gonna get.
Yeah,
Darian
no, I
if
know,
you
but
do
I
that.
didn't know if I could fire it this way.
No.
I'd probably have to fail a death save.
Yeah,
if
I'm
you
not.
did that.
I'm not gonna. So,
You can go for these 3 again.
Well, if
All right, I'll go for those 3
would that
again.
hit you?
Okay. Thunderwave again?
Yep.
Question.
Okay. All right, first one for the save. Ooh, 18 on the die.
Are you using advantages?
Nope, not on that one. I will on this one.
Random on these.
That one fails. Last advantage.
You used it. Okay.
That's gonna pass because of 15 passed before. So
Down
again,
down to 7.
fail,
6 actually.
Six,
You used,
yep.
used 2.
fail, pass, pass. Roll your damage.
5.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Paz, you have 9 advantages.
Wait, I can use an advantage on damage?
Not on saves,
no,
no.
not
No.
damage. Yeah.
So,
If you make melee attacks, you can use
Pass.
an advantages on this.
they're up.
Hey,
Oh, boy.
fellas.
A shot,
I actually put my cigar down now.
a shot rings from the night, and I'm gonna use an advantage.
Oh no.
Probably should have said.
Crit.
Oh no!
Oh, that's not a
I need
good.
you
Both
to
of
roll,
you are
I need
gonna
you to roll
die.
Constitution.
That's not good. You critted on this.
Oh yeah.
Can
I
you
did.
use
Oh,
an advantage
no.
I'm
on
going to
this?
use an advantage on
Okay.
this.
Yes, use an advantage.
Oh yeah, on your con save. Yeah.
Can I use 4 advantages?
I got it.
You got
You're good, yeah.
What'd you roll?
Oh, look.
Okay.
13.
With your con modifier?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Whoa.
With advantage?
With advantage?
Yes.
Holy
Oh
cow.
boy.
You have a good con modifier too. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Dang, bruh.
Darn it.
So
I'm a
you
mathematician. Sorry, guys. It was nice knowing you.
You are.
Bid you adieu.
are shot.
What did
You guys are about to get Bertrand Belled.
You are shot in the shoulder,
hmm
Critical
and you
roll.
feel this sting of the arrow, and then an unfamiliar sting that follows after that, and you go. and
Oh,
you fall
He's,
over,
he's paralyzed.
Oh,
paralyzed.
oh my gosh!
You take 5, 10, 15, 21, 25,
This is
Oh my
stressful.
I'm at a
I'm out of
29,
fingernails like a bite here.
31 points of damage.
Oh my!
Does he have to make a death
Gosh.
save?
We're not
yes.
there yet.
Well, yeah.
So
next
you
next
weren't in
turn.
initiative, so I wasn't sure.
Where did he shoot him?
From the top of the brownstone.
No. Where?
In the shoulder.
Oh dang!
31 points of damage.
It was
Paralyzed.
like right by the heart, man.
Pass, no pass, death fail.
Death save from you.
And he breaks the tooth.
16.
Pass.
Pass.
Jeez. Are we there yet?
So,
Casting out a demon right now.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
seeing this happen too, and I'm like,
so
How far away is this from our tavern?
think I even
about
took
15
any.
minutes still.
Yeah, same thing.
Oh,
I
so
didn't
we
take
wouldn't
any,
even
like-
know.
You would have
Okay.
no idea that
No
this
idea,
is going
yep.
on. So, this guy walks up to you.
That's a lot.
To me.
I did see a sword
Okay.
piercing through a
he-
body,
Is
and
he
then
gonna
they ran
overkill
away.
you?
He turns you over onto your back.
I don't restrain. I don't. Yeah, whatever.
You can't do
I
anything.
can't do
You're
it.
dead. What do you mean?
And you don't hear this. You hear this though. You're paralyzed. Doesn't mean you can't hear.
Oh, interesting.
Is this the one?
Oh no.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, he was right. A woman.
Yep. he was.
Statistically speaking.
Chicken was a woman.
I'm always correct.
60% of the time.
What are we looking for?
Well, I think he said it was on his persons.
Well, that ring looks mighty nice.
And you see him reach down and he picks it's in your right hand, correct? The
Yes.
ring?
Yeah, right middle finger.
Right middle finger.
Yep.
He picks up your
He
hand
raised it.
and he goes to take the ring off, to twist it.
He's got a fat knuckle. Stop moving.
Is that a death fail?
No.
Just asking.
You need
Roll
to
me
leave.
another death save.
Are you Rika or are you
I'm
Matt?
just asking.
You need to make your
19.
choice and stick with it.
Pass.
Understanding the
This
drama.
is not Tuesday.
Drama of the moment.
It is not budging.
Why don't you try to cut it off?
That's definitely a death fail.
So, they come in, you see him pull out a knife, and he lifts up your hand, and he goes to cut your finger
That's
off,
called
your
rebuke.
middle finger off. And when that occurs, from behind him, this guy,
Oh, I saw this.
a shadow reaches out and
Pop
grabs
it.
him by the back of the neck and hoists him into the air.
Oh
And it
lord!
slams him into this pillar,
All the way over there.
turns him upside down,
Oh, this is what I saw.
and a sword, which was over here, lifts up and turns crimson red
Mm.
and it starts to jab him in the side,
Mhm.
jab him in the neck, and
Holy
starts to
cow.
mask a Zorro go crazy across his midsection.
Is there a Z?
There's multiple Z's.
Is that what you?
Yes, look, that's literally what.
That's exactly what she saw.
Alleyway, body
And
lifted off the
then-
wall, turns upside down, screaming, sword pierces through neck, side, and slashes across the chest.
And then it slams him down, breaking his neck as well.
Uh-huh.
And all
Screams.
of them scream and scatter and run away.
1, 2,
Well, I saw
3,
5 run away.
4, 5.
Where's the last one?
That's
That's
1,
five.
2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5.
that's
Oh, I
5.
can't count. I wasn't looking.
And you see on the cobblestone the blood pouring out. Paz Constitution save again.
Please don't die.
No, it's Constitution.
He's
he's still
not making
alive.
death saves. He's still got some chutzpah.
Wow, you're
He's just-
lucky.
Another
He's just paralyzed.
Oh my god.
What'd you roll?
8.
You're still,
Double,
you're still
double
paralyzed.
3.
You're still
Another advantage
paralyzed.
you used.
Give me
Another one, or-
your last death save here.
Look at last.
I'm gonna advantage
He's
this.
passed both
You're
times.
gonna advantage
Yeah.
it? All right.
Okay, so that's 18.
You are
Did
stabilized.
you use an advantage?
I did.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
You are stabilized, and out of the
Sweating.
blood, you see footsteps.
Incorporeal
Wait,
footsteps.
he sees them?
No, you, the royal you, metaphorical you.
Can you explain what the royal U is?
It's the royal we. So you see incorporeal footsteps step out of the blood.
Mhm.
A hand reaches down to you and props you up, sitting vertical against
The fountain.
the fountain,
And it's Sauron.
and the shadow disappears.
Mm-hmm.
You are stable.
I'm 0
You're
still.
at 0, but
Yeah.
you're not dying.
Right.
And you will break out of your paralysis. And that's
We're gonna end.
where we're going to end tonight.
Wow.
Yo, this
Oh,
story's getting interesting, man.
That was a doozy.
Note to self, don't
Mess with
go
Kelly.
against Jake when he's a player the day before.
Also,
2
don't
days
mess
before.
with Darian's shadow. Apparently.
Seriously.
That's the second time it has helped you when you went down to 0 hit points.
That's true. Yes.
Once when we were fighting Cicera and you broke all the mirrors.
A mirror. One of
You
the
remember
3.
that? That was a good
A
time.
mirror.
And now here. And again, who won the last dice giveaway for what was it,
Troot.
Lady Ray's?
It
Jeff
was
Troop.
Jeff Troop.
Jeff Troop. I did have a player go down, and one was a bad guy was grizzly murdered.
I don't think that
Maybe.
counts for Jeff.
No, that doesn't count. Well,
No.
maybe. I
Was
thought,
it a girl?
I don't know. He said
You
woo.
were
It was
for
the
a moment.
girl.
You were
He
walking
did
in.
say woo.
No, for me it does, but the bad guy
Woohoo.
doesn't really count.
Yeah,
I
but
would-
you were
I
a
would
girl when
assume.
you're walking in.
That's
So-
true.
You were.
No, I absolutely was a girl.
Do you not
Yeah.
trust my visions in real life and in this game?
Very interesting.
It was like maybe there was some planning, or maybe it was all happenstance.
Well, the
Maybe
girl
it's
thing was
Maybelline.
definitely
And it's
happenstance.
all her
Jeff
fault.
says that
Yeah.
player only counts for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I mean, it makes sense.
Listen, I'm working now
We got
to
one.
get this. I'm still learning how to DM, and I'm honing in how to make things more deadly, without
Well, you
like
worked.
absolutely murderizing people and ruining the story.
You mean just like what you just did?
Well, you lived.
I did live.
Murderalizing.
So, Jeff, congrats on the dice. Maybe we'll get those out.
They will be included in your package
In some months.
Yeah,
with your.
by December.
I think we have Jeff's Green Dragon,
Yep.
which
It'll
he
be a
donated back,
Christmas
but we're gonna send it
present.
to you anyway.
Okay.
And I think there's another set of dice as
Merry
well. so.
Christmas, Jeff.
Yeah.
So,
He's just gonna send it back so he can
Sure.
send it again.
Unbelievable.
thank you for joining us tonight. We look forward to seeing you this Tuesday when we loot, die, and repeat. And we will be back.
That Jeff, you probably want to attend that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
No! Why would you say that? Why would you say that? You don't play on Tuesday.
Tuesday,
your
we're
Did you just
facing
get
Imix.
D20'd?
So
I
a
may have.
CR24 Imix. That's gonna go poorly. But we will see you on the third
No, it will.
Thursday of this month, which is
What's that date?
what date is
Today's
that?
the-
Today is
Are
the
we
third
on the
Thursday. Yes, we
We
are.
Today's
will
the
see
third
you on the
Thursday.
first Thursday of May.
So 2 weeks.
That's the
In
5th.
2 weeks, on May 5th,
Isn't that
where we
Day of the
had the party split up. They all
Yes.
did different
Cinco de
things.
Mayo.
Some of it was harrowing. Some of it was nonsensical.
wish we not tell
But
them
it
that.
was all a lot of fun, and we get to see what the hell happened to Darian and why.
I have a question.
Yeah,
In Faerun, do they celebrate the Day of the Dead?
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But we're gonna celebrate Day of
Well,
Life.
you know why? You know why
And not
we're
death.
celebrating the Day of the Dead for sure? Because Darian just deadified himself.
Identified.
Deadified.
I like how you said you don't want to murderlize, but you murdered and paralyzed in the fight tonight.
Well, isn't that funny how that's a murder lies?
It is. It's
Yeah.
very
Yeah, but-
interesting.
You had that vision, so it's kind of your fault.
So,
Oh.
Is that how that works?
Is that why I
That's how
said
that
5?
thank you for stopping out tonight. Thank you for the chat. Congratulations to our winners. I think was Raging Ray and Jeff Trout. And we look forward to seeing you on Tuesday and on May 5th, the first Thursday of May. Until then, be safe, have fun. We love you. Good night.
Have a great night, guys.
As we continue
Bye.
to Candlekeep
Dude, you guys
Accords.
crushed it tonight.
Good night, everyone.